Right.
And what is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart, okay? It's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam, okay? I'm no better than you.
I'm sorry, but don't you guys find it kind of creepy that a 40-year-old man is
To me, it's
wearing
funny. He's a YouTuber. He wears a Dr. Doom mask to interview Tommy.
in all of their videos because they're afraid to show their pale white face? I don't know. That seems a little suspicious to me.
Yeah. Let me get Max in here. Oh, no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Oh, no. I should never have allowed it to happen. I'm already regretting it. No,
especially some dude just wearing a mask all the time screaming at the camera.
Mad Max is here. Never thought I'd see you in my chat. Great costume drawing. Thanks.
Rich, long time. Please take off your shirt and show us some saggy melon.
Yeah!
And please, with some Finnegan Fox enthusiasm,
Yes!
show us on the floor. Oh, God, I see what you did there. You son. I like saggy melon.
Oh, there you go.
But, like, it just.
Uh-oh. Hard at work. This is hard at work.
Messed up
Where's
now.
your boss?
Saggy, hold on.
Go get your boss. Go get your boss.
At work.
I need your clout.
Chase it off of me, bro.
I need your clout. Oh, wow.
I'm at work. You see, I'm working. I'm trying to
get
end
ready.
the night.
Get ready for the
live now while I'm trying to get my job
There's a
done.
reason for that. Get ready for the cancellation live in person.
Get ready for the cancellation. Yeah, you were about to get canceled. You already know.
Mom!
Yes, honey?
It happened again!
Did you have your mask on?
I always have my mask on.
Oh, I'm not the one.
I already told you. I was watching your other stream. You're like, I hope someone shows up. Listen, I'm backing down. I don't have. I can't take the melons.
You don't want this. You don't want
No,
this. You don't want
I don't know.
You don't.
I know you're stocking shelves. Oh wow, you're
smoke. You do not want to mess with.
See, the accusations were false. Someone said you're doing a lot of texting at work, and she's stalking.
Do I text you at work? Damn right, because this is my job. I'm doing my job while we're talking. So
you know what the
multitasking.
You know what the reality is. She was texting watching YouTube, and then she's like, "I'm going live. I better stock shelves."
Guest Tommy Telleriso.
Telleriso. Oh my God.
All right. Restart the stream. Restart.
Nice chatting with you. I'll see you guys later.
Jeremy, I just reached 5K.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It really doesn't matter.
While you're here, if you'd like to consider memberships, it's only 99 cents.
Rip away, my friend. Rip away.
Because, man!
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Mind taking this out to say thanks for watching MME. You're in the right place for great, I don't know, something.
What? I only know the name of the channel.
He's very charismatic.
Yeah,
he is very charismatic.
For sure.
Like if he wanted to run for president instead of Trump, oh my dear Lord.
Put that in there. This is great. Holy shit. I was having kind of a sad day. Wasn't feeling too good about myself. And then a couple of retards on the left said that I'm very charismatic, and if I was going to run for president, I would win.
Do you want to come on then? Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on? You want to come on? If anyone wants to come on,
Breaking news!
Okay.
And even Movie Madness is embarrassed by that. You just embarrassed your co-host that you were trying. Like that was weird, bro. That was embarrassing. You feel good about yourself after doing that?
Just because Jeremy pumps out the same video.
Guys, cut this video to pieces. I've had Jeremy on the stream, and Ethan is more charismatic than Jeremy. Oh, this is wonderful. Yes. Thank you so much. This guy's in love with me. I think if I proposed marriage to movie madness and entertainment, I think he would say yes. I got this guy swooning. This guy wants to S my D. Fairly sure.
Yep. He has
videos about me, talking about me and my family, my money, my life, trying to make me look bad with slanderous lies, taking my algorithm, snitching on me, dry snitching and everything. You have been warned. Stop or your face will be shown. So if you continue to make videos about me, call my bluff. If you continue to make videos about me after 7/31/2020, it is July 31st, starting the beginning of the month. What a great coincidence. August 1st, motherfreaker. If you make more videos talking about me and my content, stealing my content, trying to slander my brand and make me look bad, this mask is coming off.
Worse from there. It hit the point where Tommy, the CEO of a family-friendly games console company in desperate need of investment, would only give interviews with an ever-dwindling group of diehard fans who completely agreed with this behavior. The kind of normal person who wear a serial killer mask while they interview you.
My wife told me to cancel my Amico, and I still did not.
This is one of the last people Tommy was willing to speak to.
And then if you want them, and this is with every other,
This guy begged to talk to me forever, by the way.
Same.
Then attacking us every other day.
Single game.
This is not this isn't a victory lap, by the way. I'm just pointing this out.
We're creating. They cannot be played on the Switch. They cannot be played on the PlayStation.
Okay.
We're designing these games around our unique controller. They haven't got that through their heads yet.
Well, Tommy, you might want to talk to you.
It's so true, man.
My wife told me to cancel my Amico, and I still did not.
This is one of the last people.
Yeah. You should have listened to your wife.
Tommy.
It's legitimate, like single white female. Like, dude, move on. He's like Max the Mandalorian. Do I gotta we gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand. Like, stop.
Oh. Sorry. Sorry to my guests, Bianca and George. I didn't know if you were prepared for that. But Bianca, you didn't know that was a longer intro. I love
my first time.
But they still kind of like me a little bit. I think I angered them, but I think they still kind of like me a little bit. They're like, well, not as much as you, Matt. Not as much as you, Matt. Uh-oh. Get those thumbs up, everyone. Thank you for joining me, Bianca and George. And every time I play it all the way through, I get more viewers.
Does Jody and Andy still even talk about you? Like,
no. That's why it's very funny in retrospect. My wife told me not to put that in the intro, but enough time's passed that I think it's okay.
She knows all your intros.
What?
She knows all your intros.
No, she was mad when that happened. She's like, "What are you doing?" No, she did not like.
Brush it off.
I had a fuzzy. I wasn't brushing. Yeah, I did.
I don't even know the title of this video. I'm just here.
Oh, you're just here? Wow, you trust me that much? Because we're getting into shit, Bianca. No.
I was bored. So I said I was going to go to bed, but that never happened.
This is my speculation for James Gunn. He won't tell you. He's not going to tell you. Do you know what I mean by that?
Doesn't he have white hair now?
Yeah, it's an old fit. But I use this photo because he's kind of like put his hand on the screen, like you can't really see, it's like blurred out. I thought it was a good thumbnail. And I'm not going to go as far as like painting his hair white, but I don't think he's really going to tell you everything that's going on. I think he's going to tell you certain things. I think he's going to tell you about Superman, but he's not really.
I don't think he's going to talk about Superman.
Well, the reason I think he's going to talk. Okay, the reason I think he's going to talk about Superman is because we already know that Cavill's not coming back because the box office is bad for Black Adam. So we already know that Band-Aid's torn off, but they're not really going to tell you until each movie gets its box office. Like if Shazam actually has Gal Gadot and she makes no other cameos in The Flash or Aquaman, then they'll say, okay, we're getting a new Wonder Woman. But they're not going to tell you.
Shazam too, yeah?
Yeah, she is. So that's why they're not going to tell you. So everyone holding out slate. Now, if I'm wrong, I will accept the L and I'll be like, good on you. But this is why I really think he's consistently playing these games, like on Twitter. We didn't boot Gal Gadot. We didn't boot her. Yeah, but what are you doing with? What do you do? You'll boot her. Yes. I like you, Bianca, but for goodness sakes, I would not want you to run DC. No offense. I'm sure you wouldn't want me to run DC either, because I would just say, Snyder, go ahead, take the reins. I would get Deborah and Zach in there. So
What if Zach rejects your offer?
Well, I mean, then I'll try something else. Then I would go to James Wan.
Okay,
honestly.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I really trust James Wan. Let me see who popped in here.
I trust him more than Snyder, at least. Even though I didn't like the Aquaman movie.
You didn't?
What? Did you like any DCEU movie?
I liked the Shazam movie.
Okay.
What else came out?
The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker.
I did like the Suicide Squad, but isn't that like considered, I don't know, post Snyder or something like that? I don't know.
No, it's still.
Or you just mean DC in general?
It's just still connected.
Bianca versus Max Death Battle. There isn't a reboot. It's a Hamadaverse. RJ told what? Harmadaverse.
No. It's
oh,
not,
Anthony's here. Hello, Anthony.
Hello, everybody.
I had fun watching Shazam. My family had fun watching Shazam.
Though
I will
the
never have
marketing...
my dad go through Wonder Woman in 1984.
No, that movie. Oh my god, I will never watch it.
Well, I want to, because I'm also going to clip this out. I kind of want to stay on this topic. Do you really think, besides Superman, that he's going to reveal what's happening to these other characters that still have appearances in the 2023 slate? And I say no. I say he's not really going to tell you, even though he knows. I believe he knows what's going to happen to them, but he's not going to tell you.
I agree.
Which characters are you talking about?
Batman. Who's going to be the Batman? Who's going to be the Wonder Woman? Who's going to be the Flash?
All right.
Or, in Aquaman. I don't think he's going to tell you until they leave theaters.
Did you drink coffee, Max?
No, I sometimes am shaky. Sorry.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, of course he's not going to tell nobody. How do I say this? Of course he's not going to tell nobody who's going to play these characters, because they're looking for actors for these characters right now. He even said, come on, it was like 3 or 4 days ago, that they're looking hundreds of people to play the characters. Even couple of his MCU actors who love him, and they will join him no matter what. Yeah. So he's just casting, and I do think either way, if Lamont stays Aquaman or not, I'll be happy. Whatever he plays. If he does play Aquaman, I'll be more happy. I love him as
but Anthony, do you think Gunn's going to actually tell you, besides what we already know is not going to happen? We already know Cavill's not going to come back, and this is the part of the live stream where I beg for your likes, because we got like almost 40 people watching, and we only have 13 likes. MME is family. Help out your family. Help out your family. Help us grow. Bianca, George, Anthony decided to come help me with the panel, and this is it's not family friendly movie talk, but it's family movie talk because we're all family here. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Bianca?
I'm in danger.
You're in danger? Okay. Well, Degrassi says, and I want to get to George and then Bianca again, if how much you think he's going to reveal of this slate. And there's an article that got me thinking. It's not like I just thought of this topic out of the blue. We'll also cover the article that says things are going to get delayed. I really temper your expectations. I'm not expecting much from this slate. I'm expecting a lot of talk about the Batman verse. That just to throw my predictions out there, and if I'm wrong, I will accept my L. We're going to talk about the Batverse and Matt Reeves projects, and the beginning with Superman and Blue Beetle, and maybe some other characters that aren't replacing characters. Like I think he'll talk about some even quirky characters because James Gunn loves that. He's going to talk about characters that don't replace what's there right now. And then the ones that are actually going to replace, which I do think he knows, he's not going to tell you until they leave theaters, honestly. But Degrassi says, as I said it before, I'll say it again, The Flash is the Top Gun Maverick of superhero movies.
But
If that happens, go ahead.
Maverick a sequel? So it's going to be the sequel.
But he's saying it's on. I think he's suggesting it's that on that level.
I didn't.
Are you talking about like if you're talking about writing wise, then maybe I would say maybe for sure maybe.
Well, I want to get to.
Good
I want to
because
get
it has George Lopez, just because that exists.
Oh yeah, I like George Lopez. I started watching Lopez versus Lopez on Peacock.
Oh, his Peacock.
Have you seen George Lopez's show?
Not the old show. I know.
I love the old show.
You have to watch the old show.
I love the old show. I watch it in the morning.
Oh.
You watched it? It was on in the morning?
It's on like TBS in the morning.
Hey, Strong Arm Flicks. I gotta have you on in the
future.
I know you support sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix, and I like to talk to opposing opinions. I'm actually not opposed to that either, but we'll get that's a different video.
Is the original George Lopez show on Peacock too?
Dude, yeah.
I have
no idea. That's where I watched it.
Lopez versus Lopez. I like the actress that plays his daughter. They have a good back and forth, good band.
Good chemistry.
Good.
Yeah. Is that his real life daughter?
I don't think so. Maybe, but there's only like 6 episodes. If you have Peacock, I would check it out.
Watch it.
It's really funny.
I also want to rewatch the seven seasons the original George Lopez show had, because they just canceled that. And I got so angry.
Oh, really? They didn't give a conclusion? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they there was a caveman show.
That is his real daughter?
That's the reason why he got good chemistry.
They canceled
George Lopez for a show with the caveman show, and he was kicked off.
It's my fault, but we really kind of pivoted on the topic. So George, it's my fault. George, what do you think do you think James Gunn's going to actually tell you about the characters that are potentially being replaced? Or do you think he's going to focus on what's your expert speculation? Just have fun with it. What do you think he's going to focus on? The other characters that he's introducing and the Reeves Batverse and Superman, which we know is happening. I don't think he's going to tell you what's really going to happen with these characters as long as the box office is out there.
Yeah, I think like because of the box office, he's going to hold off at least on those characters. Like, I think he's going to announce at least like 3 or 4 projects, I think, including the Superman movie. As far as like what the other 3 can be, I don't know if he's going to announce anything related to Aquaman and Flash yet, or Wonder Woman. I think they're going to wait with the box office and all that. But the thing is, DC has so many characters that like it can really be anything. Like it can maybe be a Green Lantern project that could get announced. Maybe a Green Arrow.
I think that'd be a smart place to start because it's not replacing a character that exists in the MCU in the DC MCU,
but
in
also
the DC right now.
The thing is,
that would be the smart focus anyway.
We still don't know if they're just soft rebooting or hard rebooting. So it's like I think there's like a wait and see. As well to see like are the versions of these characters like can we still find a way to like soft reboot them or whatever, because technically you consider the Suicide Squad kind of like a soft reboot or a retooling of sorts.
True.
So like he's had that experience if he wants to continue with like Momoa as Aquaman or Ezra as Flash, he has experience in doing that already. I think it's just going to be a wait and see game with those characters, because like from what it sounded like the first like few projects are apparently going to be labeled Chapter 1. So, and maybe there could be a Batman project in there. I got some friends that are saying that they think Robert Pattinson could be playing both the DCU Batman and the Matt Reeves Batman. So it's like we still don't even know what's going on with Batman.
That's the reason why I say if you have Matt Reeves separated, right, like the Joker is, have a Batman that has at least been around for 10 years in the DCEU and stuff like that. And not like his second year. We already have that with Robert Pattinson. I just want a Batman that's 10 years into himself as Batman, and him working with other people, clients, and him being Bruce Wayne and stuff like that. And that's what I want James Gunn to do. I want to see more. I want to see more Bruce Wayne, a little bit, and Batman too. And so yeah.
And I want to add.
Oh, go ahead, George. Go ahead, George.
I just want to add this because I put in the chat earlier. I don't know if you saw. I think people I get it. He promised January. It's like I think he's also taking his time with this because people had concerns with the DCEU that things were getting rushed, like that. Like some people thought it was.
See, I don't
No,
want to interrupt.
I'm not saying.
I don't want to interrupt you,
saying,
but I don't think. I do think they're taking their time, but I also think they're not telling you certain things because they want your money. I really do.
No, I believe that as well, but I'm also saying like it's a combination of both. I think like they also want to make sure they don't make the mistakes of old, while at the same time looking to see what could we do? Can we soft reboot this? Can we, or are we gonna just like hard reboot this? So I think it's also a wait and see kind of thing.
Bianca, what do you think? Do you think James Gunn, when he announces a slate, just total prediction, just put your speculating mind on, Bianca? What do you think James Gunn's going to tell you? Do you think he's going to tell you, hey, we are going to do a new Wonder Woman? I know you want that, but we are going to do a new Wonder Woman Batman. Or do you think he's going to focus on what like Henry Cavill's not coming back. He's doing a young Superman. He might talk about that project. He might talk about Matt Reeves. He might talk about Blue Beetle. He might talk about some smaller characters that he's bringing to live action that haven't been seen before, because that is his strong suit, is the quirky characters as well. First, before he tells you about the actual big, Justice League Trinity replacements. What do you think on that, Bianca?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because he's been interacting with so much people on Twitter when he can, not all the time because he's busy. But I think he's going to at least try to put our minds at ease from what's been going on in some questions on the Twitter space or the Instagram space as well. And then also announcing DC projects that they are wanting to come out, and maybe some or say at least that we are looking for castings and or auditions for these specific characters.
Okay. Well, cool. Thank you for that input there. Let's look at this article now. It also goes along with our main topic. This looks better. Okay.
Isn't mediocre just another word for okay?
Yeah. Mediocre.
Mid, okay.
Yeah.
Good, bad,
Anthony likes the mid. Use the mid. Okay, so why DC Studios recast announcement will be delayed through 2023? And I think this is, I didn't even need to read the article. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I think also I think there's going to be questions out. I don't think he's going to give as many answers as people want. Obviously, you can't give everyone the answer. Everyone has a lot of questions. You're not going to be able to answer them all. But it says James Gunn and Peter Safran could wait until after 2023 to announce who DC Studios has recast for its major characters. And I think these questions are going to be out there still. And I still have to say, I do think it's bullshit when he says, oh, we didn't boot Gal. But I'm like, okay, well, are you going to use Gal, James? And I don't think you're going to get him the answer to that. You're not going to get it. I don't even think you're going to get him the answer to that this year. I really don't, because they're not going to film a project that has Wonder Woman in it. So they're not going to tell you. They're not going into production with a project that has Wonder Woman, so they're not going to tell you.
Don't worry.
Just like Batman.
I predict that she will finally be booted. Yes.
It's just like even the only Batman that's going into production this year, probably, if it does happen, is Batman.
It's much more easier.
Yeah,
or have more leeway.
But because they're not actually going into production on these projects with a new Batman, they're not going to tell you about it yet. But they kind of know. They kind of know. Oh, thank you, Noel. Yes. So that's what I think. I think that's the way it's going to go. And I think you get used to the wordplay and semantics game on Twitter. That is the way James Gunn's going to roll. And I think he's probably told that by Zaslav. Don't actually tell them. And he's against leakers and press scoops where they said that's why he gave a vague. Some things true, some things are half true, some things haven't been decided yet. When I think a lot of decisions have been. I think that's the one part of that comment he made on Twitter that I think he is kind of being disingenuous. I think he knows. Like, some things haven't been decided yet. You don't know. And I know I say that too. But I think he knows exactly. I think he knows exactly what. Okay, strong arm flicks. Yeah, I love all opinions. Well, I don't love all opinions, but I love getting different opinions. I don't necessarily like other people's opinions. I like people, though. That's what I like to stress here. I love people. I love all kinds of people.
Oh, I'm the opposite. So bye.
Wait, what? You don't love other people? You don't love people? Or you don't love other opinions?
I despise people.
Ooh.
I
What?
work in retail. That makes it worse.
Oh, boy. Blinded Braille says James Gunn is definitely making patents in the DC.
Bro, I do not.
Here's
No.
my
Hold on. Is this a guarantee, Blind Braille?
No. Well, here's my thinking. I think Matt Reeves said, "Here's my contract," but I also think Matt Reeves isn't going to be doing like 4 or 5 Batman movies. I think he wants to do a trilogy. I think he wants to go after. I think he's also got an ego, like most creatives do, and he wants a good trilogy, like Christopher Nolan, to be up there in his side projects. But I don't think you're going to get past that. So if they do start going into Batman 2, maybe by the end of this year, start filming, and they have the side projects, there's one more film with him. So you could have the last film with Matt Reeves as a trilogy, and if you could convince Pattinson to continue with another director in the DC studios, I think you just slide him in right after the trilogy, and it doesn't interfere with Matt Reeves' movies. That's what I think. I don't necessarily want that, though. Like, I like Pattinson, but I would like a different Batman for the DC Studios universe. I'm not opposed to it, though. Go ahead.
Oh, so you want blue costume Batman?
Sure. I mean, I would love 2 Batmans. Why not?
Yeah.
I thought Blue Batman costume was pretty cool. Like, he switched from black to blue because the black was too scary for kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. The blue costume, can it work in live action? Maybe, just that. I don't know. I think it will be live action dependent.
You all ain't ready for Crazy Joe tonight. Crazy Joe, how's it going?
Hey, why is nobody ready for me?
No, I'm just kidding. We always have to prepare for Crazy Joe's crazy takes.
I'm all washed out in the light here.
Okay. We're talking about expectations of James Gunn's DC slate. We got a week left.
Blue Beetle.
I think it's going to be tomorrow. I think we're going to get the slate tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Oh, wait. I said tomorrow. I predicted it's going to be next Tuesday.
I think it's going to be tomorrow because we're running out of January, and what's tomorrow? It's Wednesday. That's New Comic Book Day. What better day to release your DC slate than on New Comic Book Day?
It's already New Comic Book Day. Shoot.
They could release it on the 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's still in January.
That's not New Comic Book Day.
No, but it don't matter. New Comic Book Day don't matter.
Yeah, a lot of people don't buy comics.
But what's on a random Tuesday? I mean, one day's as good as another. That's I don't know.
Well, here's what I said last, Crazy Joe. I said I think you can do both. I don't necessarily want Pattinson to move over to what James Gunn's doing, but they're already have a plan for Batman 2. They're doing sideshows.
Highlight Blind Braille's comment on why it could be January 31st.
Okay. All right. I will. But you say, I don't think Matt Reeves wants to. I'm just speculating. I don't think he wants to do more in the trilogy. I think he wants to do that. Move on to something else. So you could have the third of the Batman trilogy, the Reeves Batman trilogy, and then you could have James Gunn debut his Superman. And then you could bring them together after the last of his trilogy and the last of his Superman. And that would be a big epic event. And I think also that is why, another reason why that James Gunn and Reeves were meeting like a week ago. They would probably do that regardless. But what's that, Bianca?
No, I was referencing a song.
Oh, okay. And Degrassi says, but what if Pattinson himself wants to play in that sandbox? It's not like Reeves can stop him. Right. You know, he has a contract with DC and Warner Brothers, not Matt Reeves. So it really depends on
Harry Potter.
What's that?
He hasn't been in a franchise since like probably
Twilight.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Twilight.
No, Twilight.
No, we don't count Twilight. We don't.
Twilight. Listen.
Good franchises, guys. Good ones.
You know, if Doctor Strange was real, I'd ask him to erase our memories of Twilight.
It really just depends on Pattinson, really. I think what Pattinson wants to do after the trilogy.
I mean, they could say
that
his Batman is a variant of the DCU Batman. So like they could say that he's the same Batman. But
that's
different.
That's why, Max.
And that is his birthday is on the 31st.
And apparently, like Gunn's hinted that he's taking inspiration from Grant Morrison.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing here, CJ?
Wait,
all this talk about
small panels and then DCAU animated universe, like the Justice League series.
Yeah. We don't talk about Twilight.
You know, Twilight's not that bad.
Twilight's
not that bad. My wife,
it's not that good either.
No, it's not that good.
Oh, look at me on his TV.
Yeah, there you are. No, it's really not that bad. My wife liked the Twilight movies, so she asked me to watch the first one.
She's a female who likes
the
Twilight.
The first one.
Automatic.
We watched the first one. We watched the first one when we first started dating, and it's not very good. But it's also, I've seen much worse movies. It really just kind of has that like Lifetime made-for-TV feel to it.
That helps on dating, you know, like what did you say? You started dating your wife then? Like, what do you like? I Sparkle too, you know?
Yeah, we watched Twilight and the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie, like on one of our first dates.
Mm-hmm. Blinded Braille says Pattinson says he loves all different type of Batman. His favorite Batman movie is Batman and Robin. No joke. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Wait, what? That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see what else is in this article. Well, Gunn has already promised that revealed the reboot DCU slate is imminent. 2023 is already a huge year for the DC brand. Shazam, Fear of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, closing out this year on Christmas Day. This means just Jason Momoa, Zachary Levi, and whoever is cameoing in The Flash will finally be able to promote their long-awaited films. With all that coming before Gunn and Safran's new story, here's a breakdown of why the newly formed DC Studios is likely to announce any further recasts or replaces till 2024. Only days.
Guy out of here.
Get what guy out of here?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's a joke for me.
But are they in the chat?
Well, okay.
No, I was talking about Henry Cavill.
Oh, Henry Cavill. Oh man. When Peter Safran and James Gunn were crowned the new DC heads of DC Studios, the big question was whether DCU's current stars would continue to play iconic characters in the reboot. Only days after that management change was revealed, the announcement that Henry Cavill will not continue as Superman was the clearest indicator that a new cast was with DC Studios, and they didn't tell us that, even though they knew until Black Adam was out of the box office.
That's the reason why Henry Cavill was in Los Angeles doing the Avatar premiere, because he was meeting with them.
But they didn't. Is that accurate? They didn't say until it was left theaters. But when apparently for rumors to be true, as soon as they hired James Gunn as the president, they knew if James Gunn came on, it was a reboot. So,
not necessarily.
That's what the reports are saying. I mean, it's speculation.
If Black Adam had been $1 billion movie, I think they would have probably gone in a different direction.
Yeah, but when yes, exactly. You're right, Crazy Joe. But when they made James Gunn hirement official the week after the first weekend of Black Adam. You know how it's going to go after your first weekend. You know they have all kind of projections. Well, you're going to drop the next week. You don't know how much you're going to drop, but that first weekend, you can indicate pretty close to your whole run. You can. So they knew that time, but they're not going to tell you. So they have a Superman in the theater saying I'm back. They know he's not going to continue, but they don't want to tell you that until after it leaves because they want to get your money. And I think that's a fair statement. I don't think that's crazy talk either. Barista for $5. Tomorrow kicks off a new era for Superman and the Superman family. Cool.
Think you're doing comics,
with new comics day.
We have a new
Supergirl movie.
Lex
That'd be
Luthor,
kind
though.
of cool too.
Yeah.
More crypto, by the way. More crypto, please.
Yeah, I will get to that, CJH. I actually have that as one of the topics to come up. I just want to finish this quick
I saw
article.
a photo of
When
him
did
where he
CJ
actually
come
looks
here?
like Lex Luthor. And
However, the fate of some stars is still unknown, and I think it will stay that way, and they're going to focus on the characters that are not recast, including Shazam's Zachary Levi, Aquaman's Jason Momoa, and even The Flash's Ezra Miller. It's likely to stay that way for the next 12 months at least. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article. I think it's a pretty safe bet. And if he does, I will be shocked. If he does actually say
Crazy Joe.
What's that?
I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Spider-Man.
It's from Universal Studios, Florida.
Man, damn, I look good on other people's TVs. Look at that. No, I'm just kidding.
That's actually not
you
you.
look
That's
like a Netflix movie.
That's not actually you, Max. That's Doctor Doom. I was watching Doctor Doom broadcast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a Netflix movie.
I should make it. Maybe my solo show could be called the Doomcast. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that.
So, but that's all I had on that one. I really come to terms with this slate, and if he shocks me, I'll be excited. But I don't think he's going to tell you, and I think it is going to wait to the last minute. I think it's going to. I think Crazy Joe's wrong.
The Joss cut is canon.
They're both.
Bro,
CJ, you bring this up consistently, which is fine. But they both are kind of
no. I mean,
both end up in the
canon
same place.
to
Yeah, it's the
James
same
Gunn
movie.
and James
I mean, one's
Gunn
better.
That's different, bro. We
Don't ask Crazy Joe about which one's better.
You're right. Joss Whedon made a better movie, but they
No,
both go to the same
we
place.
We at least agree one's better, but they end at the same kind of. You have the Justice League assembled. They beat a big bad. You know, there's consistency there. It's not actually that difficult to continue. It wasn't. You have the Justice League ready to assemble to go up against another big bad. You have Superman comes back to life in both. The major plot points are all there. So I don't know why everyone has all these weird debates about like, well, what's canon or not? They're both canon.
Yeah, they both can be canon.
Yes,
I've said that for a long time.
it's Twitter. It's Twitter. Twitter always.
I mean, Cyborg's dad dies.
But does that impact the
doesn't matter.
overall
It
story?
doesn't
That's
matter.
like something that can easily
Where's my
be like.
Cheetah versus the DC
It would
universe?
impact Cyborg's arc if they had continued Cyborg in the DCEU.
Yeah, bro. it doesn't
Blue
matter,
Jay
bro, whether he dead or
$1.99
alive.
says Christina Hodgson should write a Justice League movie.
Oh no, Jesus Christ! I would be.
Let her write
No,
everything.
no,
Let her write everything.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
What? I have
the
a
hell
better
he's gonna
idea.
I disagree with that. I think
How about James Gunn do a Justice League movie?
Well, that could happen eventually, but no, you're not going to
Eventually, not now.
They're going to see if Superman succeeds first before they
Oh,
do that.
I forgot. He's also probably going to be revealing the directors and the writers, etc., of who's going to be doing the movies.
I'm really
I don't know
curious
about that.
as to how James Gunn is going to introduce Batman. Like that's the one that really gets me because we know he's making a Superman movie. He said that. But Batman, you can't really make a Batman solo movie right now because Matt Reeves is doing his films.
TV show.
That's why I think if you let Matt Reeves finish his trilogy and have the end of it be, well, maybe you could slide him in.
Well,
That's not my first choice, but I think it's possible.
I
what
think
about
we
like
we
a Bat
haven't,
Family
other
film?
than Gotham, and even then, that kind of we haven't got a Batman TV show since like the 60s.
It's because Fox owned the rights to Batman on TV. They owns the rights.
Yeah,
to
they've been weird about that. Just like they never wanted to do for a while. They wouldn't do a Superman TV show. They did like Smallville, where it's Clark. They do weird things with Superman for a while instead
But
of
now
giving
that Superman Lois is pretty good.
But they want to keep it theatrical. I think they
Oh,
really want
we
to
got a
keep
question
Batman.
from Rhea.
Well,
okay, cool. let me get to the super chats as well. Spherical Man, I disagree wholeheartedly. I think the audience deserves some clarification, not just James Gunn, based on this roller coaster of bullshit that they've been on for Warner Brothers for the whole start of the DCU. I really do. I think people deserve answers, and I don't think that's all on Gunn. I just think we deserve some more. And it's not an impossible ask either, because look at what MCU provides. MCU provides consumer confidence. They tell you what they're going to do. They execute, and they're not disingenuous. And they reward the fans, their talent, the storylines, and you're getting characters finish the run and coming back. And I know they're going to go a different way than I wanted, but I honestly do not think it's too much to ask based on what the competition is doing. I really don't think so.
Are you saying we're jumping the gun on?
Oh God. Yes, we are jumping the gun.
Wow.
that was a whoa.
It's for DC Comics. It's for DC Comics.
Can I make a suggestion on what they can do with Batman in the DC?
Sure. Let me get to the super chat first, though. Yes, George. Bruce for $5. DC creator Tom Taylor said on Twitter, "Big announcement tomorrow."
It's for DC Comics. It's for DC Comics.
It may be.
It doesn't matter. I'm still going to look at it. I love Tom Taylor.
That's it.
Yeah. And then, yes, go ahead, George. And then you said Rhea had a question. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. She didn't do a super chat. It was just a regular question.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead, George, first, and then we'll answer Rhea's question.
So like an idea they could do for like Batman. I mean, obviously he can be more experienced than Robert Pattinson's, but also maybe do like the Bat Family taking on like a villain that would most likely not be in Matt Reeves' universe, like Killer Croc or Poison Ivy or like Clayface. Like, like do like maybe like a Bat Family kind of thing. Because like we rarely see the Bat Family in live action. Like what was the last time? Like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
Like,
I think if they do introduce a new Batman, it's going to have Robin. It just makes the most sense to like have the dark and gritty Batman not have a Robin.
Also, I think it's
a comic booky Batman.
It's a way to get like I think the Teen Titans in the DCU sooner. I think Teen Titans can fit Gunn's style.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, took over from
and they're long
Teen
overdue to have a movie, in my opinion.
Yes, thank you, George. Thank you. I want to get to this is a good question, Rhea. Max, what would your dream project to write, be a decision maker on for DC? Well, I think we all know what it would have been Zack Snyder, but I consistently said James Wan. Aquaman was amazing to me. I think it was the tone that they are shooting for with lighthearted and fun jokes. Not everything landed, but it also was successful box office wise. And there were some amazing action set pieces, a lot of variety with the visuals. You didn't just get one type of enemy under the ocean. You got all types of stuff, big epic scale events. And that's kind of what I want to see with the Justice League too. So I would have really liked if James Wan made the next Justice League, if it wasn't James Gunn, because it would be different than Zack Snyder's. And I think that's what they would want. And I think he can accomplish it.
They need to stop doing this edgy Justice League. Like,
that's not edgy. James Wan's not edgy.
No,
James Wan is not edgy, bro.
Does more of a horror.
Did you see Aquaman, bro?
Did you see Aquaman?
Even Aquaman has like a horror element to it.
But it's like more lighthearted than
it's more
Snyder
lighthearted.
stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's like that's just something horror directors like do. Like Sam Raimi, he has like horror elements in the Spider-Man trilogy as well.
This can I say I love you, Spherical Man, but this kind of take on what audiences deserve really frustrates me. Like, you sell these big movie this is like so. Like, do you respect yourself as a consumer, Spherical Man? Honestly, well, they promote these big universes. They make so much money on merch, conventions. You have fans go to these conventions. They promote these big universes, and to say they deserve nothing, I think that's respectfully, Spherical Man, I say that's absolute bullshit. They market this stuff on these big universes, comics, video games, merch, conventions. For these big universes, they actually sell to their stockholders. We're doing a slate and a 10-year plan and a Bible. You don't use a Bible for a standalone movie. You do a Bible for a whole goddamn universe, and you're selling that to the consumer. So yes, I think that we deserve, at the very least, for you to try to complete a story and to do what you say. Do what you say and stop, blowing smoke up our asses and not actually doing it shit.
A trench movie.
Which Warner Brothers has been for years. They've been announcing projects they don't accomplish. They're like, trust us, bro. Trust us, bro. And we're still at the trust us, bro movement. They basically said, we can't continue what you wanted to do, but trust us, bro. We'll get there again. Start at mother effing square one.
I'm going to agree with him to a degree. Not completely, but to a degree. I think the only thing they really owe us is good quality entertainment. I don't think we need to know all the plans. I don't think we need to know what we don't need point A to B to C connected for us. I think we just need to know that if we go in and we pay our money, they're going to give us good quality entertainment. That's the bottom line of what they owe us.
Yeah. Sounds like he wanted the trench to have not been canned and lead to the. I didn't necessarily want. Now they were trying to say how expansive they could be because James Wan and Hamada was in charge at that point, and they wanted to I think they wanted to flex a little bit. We could even do a DC horror movie. I don't think there was much progress there. I would have still lined up for James Wan the Trench movie. But I would have preferred him to do a whole ensemble.
It was a Black Manta movie, actually. He confirmed it on Instagram a long time
ago.
Black Manta.
How about we just give Edgar Wright a chance?
I don't think he's gonna direct a movie.
I think after what happened with Ant-Man, I don't think he's gonna touch a superhero.
He actually said last year
if you value Edgar Wright's time, CJ, you wouldn't want that to happen because there was no one that micromanages a project more than Warner Brothers. Now, maybe that might be different with James Gunn, but I doubt it. I mean, even Muschietti, I think the Flash has changed so much from when it was first conceived to where it is now. I really think behind the scenes they're really going all over the place with that. Let me actually hold on a second.
And Edgar Wright still said he still talks to Marvel and Feige. He still wants to direct a movie for them, whether it would be X-Men or something else. Who knows? But I just don't think he wants to direct a comic book movie.
I don't know why people think it said Max another cope. I'm not coping. I will be if he surprises me, James Gunn, and he accomplishes thing. I'll reward him with, I'll say I was wrong. I don't have any my lack of confidence is in Warner Brothers and DC movies, not in James Gunn necessarily. I trust more James Gunn than I do Zaslav or DC. But Crazy Joe has an opposite opinion. He thinks Warner Brothers has done great.
Well, not this Warner Brothers. We don't know. This Warner Brothers hasn't done anything yet.
Okay.
I had a lot of faith in what Walter Hamada was doing. I thought Walter Hamada was putting out fantastic movies. But I have faith in James Gunn based on his previous track record. Zaslav, I don't trust a damn bit. I don't like him.
Yeah, me either. No, what do you? I mean, I'm still gonna hashtag on 214, but I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, that's also the original cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League when they're going to really promote the hashtag.
And Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see Matthew Vaughn.
I'm not done with Snyder, Matt. I'm just saying, obviously Warner Brothers isn't going to continue with him. What I would have liked to see, if it wasn't Zack, I said, is James Wan. I think James Wan had the best meld of pleasing everybody. Snyder fans, people that hate Snyder, Warner Brothers, actors, except Bianca. Bianca's hard to please. Yeah, we have almost 80 viewers. Please like the video and subscribe. Reward me for my madness, please.
Or what if we get some of the directors that did the best episodes of like the TV shows for DC?
I just realized we have been talking about movies, not much about TV shows.
That's I don't know. I mean, it depends if James
Oh
Gunn
my
like
god.
them.
My wife, oh my god.
What happened to your wife
Yesterday,
now?
she was saying, "What about this Gotham Knights show? Have you heard anything about it?" I'm like,
my
and I said, "No one has said anything good about it." But she's like, Misha Collins is in it. She's a fan of him from Supernatural.
Oh shit.
And I'm like,
how did that show get back on the schedule? Because didn't they announce months ago that that show that they
Was
pulled the
canceled?
plug on that, and then now suddenly it's back again?
The owners of the new owners of the CW. I will say this about the new owners of the CW. They're not gonna pay that much for the Superman IP because the Superman IP is still expensive. They're not gonna after this season of Superman Lois is done. They're not gonna pay for DC IP. They don't got the money for it. They just that show's gonna get canceled the first season.
if it happens, yes. If it happens, I'm not going to say those damn toxic Snyder fans got what they want and I'm not supporting it. But I have friends that are like that and I support them. I support your right to support what you want and not judge you for it. There's people that if there's my friends, some of my friends think if they actually make a deal with Netflix and let Snyder continue, that's giving in to terrorists.
What?
What?
That's people like the Snyder fans. You know, like that's giving.
I'm not gonna equate them. Listen.
No,
I think,
I've heard that online. I'm like,
I mean,
if they actually do it, and I'm not going to support that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I will.
I've called certain people like online knuckleheads that should do more of their life, but to call them terrorists, that's just like crazy.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to reveal who said that, but a few people have said that.
I'm trying to find the tweet. Apparently, like Grace Randolph made a tweet about like the Aquaman, Lobo Jason Momoa.
Yeah. That's a perfect segue, George, because I had
and
that ready to go.
basically,
let me bring it up because I had it ready to go. Here we go. Hold on.
Because I was like,
got mad,
gotta bring
bro.
this up to Max.
She got mad.
Grace is crazy. Let's dissect this. If DC fans, so go ahead, George. You set it up.
She is an idiot.
Oh, you want me to read the tweet?
Yeah, you read it.
Okay.
You read it.
If DC fans support Jason Momoa, I can't do it in the voice playing Aquaman and Lobo.
Fans support Jason Momoa.
Playing Aquaman Lobo simultaneously in the new DC. You deserve the garbage you're clearly going to get. As someone said, that would be like Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark and Reed Richards.
No,
that's the dumbest comparison I've ever seen.
Aquaman and Lobo are two extremely different people, and not only that, but they look incredibly different. One of them has gray skin and red eyes.
You know, actor Jeffrey Combs was playing two completely different characters on Deep Space Nine, and in one episode, he played both characters in the same episode.
Austin Powers plays like 5 people.
Yeah.
Also, the thing with Aquaman, I mean, with Lobo Aquaman, Lobo wear makeup and Aquaman doesn't, and so like, I mean, I don't think he's gonna play Lobo. I really don't. They're gonna get an actor for that. I just don't think.
It'd just be cool, you know.
It would be cool if he does.
I wouldn't have a
I'll
problem.
be that day one.
I don't think especially if the actor is well regarded as Momoa, I don't see any issue in.
You know that Benedict Cumberbatch played how do you say his name? Dormammu.
Oh yeah, he voiced him.
I've come to bargain.
Yeah. He voiced
and Doctor Strange. Okay.
And Dormammu's
if the character is visually, it's different enough. Hey, Justin.
Hello. Hi. What's going on?
We're talking about Grace Randolph being out of touch
I'm
and
dying.
crazy.
No, she's being a Karen. That's what she's being.
I'll take it a step further. I would love to see Jason Momoa play Lobo as the villain in Aquaman 3 and fight himself.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Take my money. Take my money. I'll watch that.
I would see that.
We could talk about space dolphins. Lobo loves space dolphins.
You know what? That's
somebody got Aquaman.
creative, you know, like it's playing up playing up on the joke. And you know what? They're ending this era of DC anyway, so fuck it.
Never mind. Don't ask Justin. Just
Oh my
just do it. Just
goodness.
do it. But you're kind of a different take. You're like, why not? But because it's gonna go suck anyway, just let them do
No,
whatever.
it's not
here's the
going
thing, here's
to-
the thing.
No. You are misinterpreting what I am saying.
Oh,
It's
I'm sorry.
not that it is going to suck either way. It's that it's going to end either way. This era, whether you like it or not. So why not go balls to the walls crazy? Because you have that freedom. Just go for it.
Yeah,
Live your
all right.
dream.
All right.
Is that
Doesn't
an
everything
unreasonable
end
That's
in
fair.
a way?
That's
Yeah.
fair, but if
Yeah.
they introduce Lobo, it's not going to be one and done though. Either though, like if they let it.
Yeah, they like the actor, so they're gonna have him go on to be in other DC films. They're just not gonna have him as Aquaman, I guess. I don't know.
What do you think of this quote from Grace Randolph? If you support this, she's saying if you support an actor playing two roles in the new DC, you deserve the garbage you're clearly going to get. That's pretty
I think
extreme.
it's because it means
Okay, and as someone
like,
said, that would be
if you're not gonna like make the effort to hire another actor and just use the same one, then yeah, you deserve garbage.
I
And I'm
have
like, I don't
an article in the
And,
private chat
I'm-
of all the actors that have played characters in the MCU.
And to answer the question, Max, I guess I would say I disagree.
Cool.
If you know you're going to be done after this, you may as well make it worthwhile. Have it be fun. Make it fun for yourself. Make it fun for the audience, and just play up on it. Just play up on the absurdity, because fuck it. Who cares? There's no. You have nothing to lose.
Matt
Creatively.
Jarbo, do you have anything to add to this Grace comment? We deserve the garbage we're going to get if we support him playing two roles.
I saw this floating around the other day, but I didn't really look into it too much because she still has me blocked.
Me too.
Why?
I don't recall the specific incident that I've made a couple videos like criticizing her, and I think that's probably what happened.
Me too.
You know, she doesn't like it, and that's fine. I don't expect anyone to like not block me at this point. But let me just read this real quick here. So, if DC fans support Momoa playing Aquaman and Lobo simultaneously, then you deserve the garbage you're clearly going to get. Oh, lordy. Wow, that's
She's a bit salty, especially towards James Gunn.
Well, I mean, look, the thing is, like, she's going to have a chip on her shoulder in regards to all that stuff. And the thing is, like, look, Grace has pissed off the Snyder fandom so many times that she, at this point, talks out of both sides of her mouth because she plays both sides. You know, like, she'll come out and she'll be like, Henry Cavill is difficult to deal with and nobody wants to work with him. And then everyone's like, oh, you bitch. You know, and then she'll be like, no, but I like Henry Cavill, and it's Warner Brothers' fault. And then it's just, she just says stuff. I don't know. I'm not
Well,
sure.
like she also hyped up
She's annoying.
Keaton's like return. Like she was like hyping up, saying, "Look at what you crazy Snyder fans did. Michael Keaton might have a future in the not Michael Keaton. Ben Affleck might have a future in the DCEU."
I mean, I think, to be fair, I think up until the last week of October of last year, I think anything was possible, to be fair. It just there are certain things that didn't really seem like they were going to work out, but you know, listen, Henry Cavill popping up at the end of Black Adam was like a big deal. You know, it's just unfortunate that it went the way that it did.
Well, here CGH wanted to bring this up, an article about every actor who's played multiple roles in the MCU. Now, they haven't all been significant roles.
Yeah, like it doesn't count if they were like an extra in the first Avenger, and then they went on to play like another role in like Iron Man or something. That doesn't count, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
One of the more notables is Alfre Woodard. Woodard played Mariah Dillard in Luke Cage, but she also had a small part in Captain America: Civil War as Miriam Sharp. I didn't know that one.
I forgot about that.
I mean, if it's just a bunch of like shows to movies, then whatever.
Well, I mean, like that one, that's a significant one in and of itself, just because it's like you technically.
She didn't even look different, really.
No, it's just the same person, but or same actor, but Mariah Stokes I like Mariah Stokes, especially in season 2.
Tony Stark.
I mean, yeah, she could have been running both an angle. This one is stupid though. Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and he voiced Dormammu.
Well, that's just a voice.
I
and
mean, it's
Paul
still
Bettany is probably on the list too. So
Yeah.
what can you?
Wait, Clancy voiced
the
him?
real
I didn't know
problem, though?
that.
Yeah, Mr.
He did the motion
Krabs.
capture, didn't he?
Wait, Mr. Krabs played the devil in Ragnarok. Oh, that's where. Okay, that makes sense.
I like money.
Dude, Ragnarok was like one of those things where like immediately right off the bat I was confused as hell. And
What's this one?
Well, this one does not count
original
because that,
Thanos.
no,
that don't count. That
this
shouldn't
one
really
doesn't
count.
though,
What?
because the Marvel just got him for that,
No.
and
Nope.
yeah, that one doesn't count.
I don't know who either of these
Some
is.
of these aren't
That
really.
one doesn't
Guys
even
from
count.
Agents
No,
of Shield.
Who cares?
Agents of
Okay.
Shield's not canon to the MCU.
Exactly.
Oh.
I'll be leaving. Bye, guys.
Oh, thanks,
Bye,
Bianca.
Bianca.
Oh, bye.
Thank you.
And now it's a sausage fest.
Well-
Oh.
So you're doing pretty good then, Justin.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, having one, and thank you, Bianca. I do really
Oh.
appreciate that we're less of a sausage fest when you're on, and that you had great conversation. But I mean, having one lady doesn't necessarily make us not a. It's just, but yes, this is a good. This is the most apropos to the Momoa situation for me. This.
By the way, Matt, I don't know if you meant that as like, me being bi or.
Yeah. No, that was a direct comment on you being bi, not in a negative.
Oh, okay.
Not in a negative at all. Just you were
playful joke.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys are
Wow.
all safe. You're all in the friend zone. Don't worry about it. No homo.
Can you
Aw,
guys-
damn it!
Poor Max's heart is broken.
My heart is broken.
Well, there
Max,
goes my
you-
dream of docking with Justin. God damn it.
Docking?
Max,
Oh
could
my
you-
Bianca, we love you.
What
Bianca.
is that?
Go sub to her channel.
Max,
That-
could you
Mr.
full
Kel,
screen
look it up.
Justin again? Could you full screen Justin again?
Absolutely.
Oh, not this again.
I was just admiring his Bob on Bob action there.
Oh, again. You
Go ahead.
said this last
Go ahead,
night.
Justin.
Did you
Say
not?
it. Say
I
it.
wasn't there last
Say
night.
it, Justin. Say it.
Look,
Say it,
the
Justin.
last time, this is a lot more innocent than you actually think. It's just Bob Ross painting himself. That's
Okay.
That's all it is. That
Justin,
is how it is. They're just they do their thing, and
Painting his uvula white.
Ooh.
I mean, look, leave them alone. Like they can do whatever they want.
Jarbo, why are you putting Urban Dictionary docking in the private? I know what it is.
Thank you. I want to know what your definition is, Jarbo. Ooh.
But this is a good-
Okay,
this
so
is a
it's
good
very intimate. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's super intimate.
Wait,
Yeah.
does it have to be uncircumcised?
One at least
Wait,
has
I
to
didn't
be.
know that. I didn't know that.
Like, do you remember the scene in
never mind.
Interstellar when they're trying to Matt Damon's trying to dock with the spaceship,
Right.
right? It's a lot like that, but with penises.
If I was into that, I would tattoo
we
the
get-
word
can we get back
Stocking
to the
Day
topic?
94 on my foreskin.
Poor Max wants to get back to the topic.
Well, I was thought. What about this one? This Gemma
I
Chan.
said it privately, Max. You brought it up.
Yeah, Gemma
That's on
Chan.
you.
I think. Well, Matt, since you since you like to talk so much, what's your thoughts on James Gunn? James Gunn seems like the more of the creative that would have actors play two roles. To me personally, so, it's an opinion. I think he's more likely than other creatives.
I think what it is that they went to Momoa and they're like, listen, Aquaman is probably not going to continue after Aquaman 2. It just seems like it's just not going to pull in $1 billion like last time. You know what I mean? Real quick though, going back here, real quick, go back up. The this one right here, okay? Kenneth Choi. That's his grandfather on the image on the left. So he's playing the grandson of one of the Howling Commandos in Spider-Man Homecoming. So yes, it's two actors playing the same role, but they're playing the same family lineage.
Okay.
Yeah, they're different characters.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of makes sense, though. Is Paul Bettany not been mentioned yet?
I don't think so.
I like how they went back and retroactively made Martin Starr's character from Hulk the same character from Spider-Man. They said, "Oh no, he was in college back then."
That's
Oh, did
actually
they?
kind of cool.
Yeah, like on the Marvel website, they have
Oh
it listed.
yeah, that's right, Michelle. Yeah, I forgot about her too.
Okay.
That was recent, right? This was in Ragnarok.
No, that was in Guardians
No,
Volume 2,
Guardians
Oh, Guardians
2.
Volume 2. Oh, okay.
which was almost 6 years ago. So,
Patrick? Well, who the fuck he playing?
but I think going
Agents
back
of
to
S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon to the MCU. Stop. Oh my
well,
god.
it was canon. It was
It's
canon
not-
for the
it was
first two
not canon.
seasons.
It was not
No,
canon.
for the first two seasons, yes, it was.
It absolutely was.
Yes,
They
it
referenced
absolutely
movies.
was. It
Ask
absolutely
Kevin
was.
Feige. He said no.
No, because Kevin Feige didn't have no. What you are mistaking about that, Anthony, is you're talking about Ike Perlmutter and everything that happened with the lead up to Civil War. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out in 2013. It debuted in the fall of 2013 as a direct follow up to Iron Man 3. It actually ended. There was an 8-episode arc at the end of season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that tied in directly to Winter Soldier, giving you all the side story
And
to Winter Soldier.
Thor Dark World as well.
Yeah, as well as even
also-
season 2 had tied into the opening of Age of Ultron with Hydra.
Wait, when did he voice Howard okay, what if? All right.
Yeah,
I haven't
what
seen
if
that.
he voiced him in live action.
I see your point though, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like
oh yeah, he was Howard the Duck in the Guardians movie.
Who was Seth Green?
Yeah, Steph Green.
I actually
They
got
should,
to meet
they
Seth
should do
Green.
a special with Howard the Duck.
Well, they were gonna do actually Kevin Smith was putting it together as a showrunner, was a Howard the Duck animated series over on Hulu. They were gonna do what they called the Offenders. It was gonna be Howard the Duck and Hit Monkey and MODOK, and then it was like one other one that sounded really dumb. And then when Kevin Feige took over, he scrapped everything. Unfortunately.
Well, that again
Wasn't
as I said,
Deadpool getting
it's a
his
terrible
own
idea.
show as
It
well?
sounds so stupid.
Well, no, it was that was a Jeff Loeb sort of thing, like trying to, I think, integrate content.
Who's that?
Jeff Loeb was the guy in charge of Marvel Television. He's actually the one
Marvel Television,
that brought
yeah.
the Netflix shows to fruition.
Okay.
And then he also did like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and he did Cloak and Dagger and The Runaways and a bunch of other stuff.
Spurstrom too.
Oh,
They canceled last year.
Yeah, well, Hellstrom was DOA.
Bianca.
And he wrote the
And
TV
the
movies.
Ghost Rider TV show that we were gonna do at Hulu.
Yeah. So he was
That got
involved in a lot of that stuff, and then when Feige took over and they integrated it all together, he was downsized from the company, and a lot of people were like cheering that on, and I'm like, you know what, man, I think Loeb, like, I think he did a lot of good, and he did some crap, right? In Humans is a prime example of that.
Yeah, took Kevin Feige movie. Yeah.
No, that wasn't him who took the movie.
Oh, it was
You got it.
Perlmutter,
It was
never mind.
Perlmutter. It was Perlmutter. Max really wants those likes, guys.
We have a 50 like goal on MME streams.
Girls to 40
What
likes.
happens at 50? What do you show a nipple? Do you RTE
I can.
streams and stuff? Yeah.
I can.
Which
50.
one? The first, the second, or the third?
I could
What's the-
show.
what's the third nipple?
If I
Is
get
that
a
the chocolate
1,000 likes,
starfish?
no.
Don't you have 3 nipples?
Yes.
Wait, you have 3 nipples?
Yes.
Dude, get that like button up, folks.
Ooh,
You get 100.
It's very small. Very small. the
Well,
first one.
let's
Are you sure it's not like
a mole.
I looked at it enough to determine that it's actually a third nip and not.
Have
a
you
mole.
does it get hard when you get
No.
excited?
It's not. Well, I wouldn't notice it's so small.
Wait, he's a mutant? Like the X-Men?
It's a superfluous nipple, a super nip.
Have
be
you seen
part
a
of the X-Men.
dermatologist about this?
No, I don't. I'm not worried about it. Like it's not. It's like. Should
Have
I
you
be
talked to
worried?
Tom Cruise about it?
Confirm, like, can milk come out of it? We want to know.
I don't know if milk could come out of my big ones. I don't. What the hell?
Yeah, I want to know if it's an actual nipple or not. Confirm it with the doctor.
I'm a
What
male. I don't think.
What do nipples have to do with
I don't
movie
think I
talk?
milk.
It doesn't have anything to do with movie talk except for the host who is hosting it, and that was brought up. So I want. I don't know.
Well, if Max does an
Matt's
OnlyFans, maybe he'll reveal it.
Yes, that will be my first OnlyFans.
You know what this has to do with Movie Talks? We will make a documentary about this.
We
about
could
the
tie-
man
we
with
could-
3 nipples.
We could
Like,
tie it
will-
into Mallrats. You know, does your third nipple help you tell the future?
Oh, Kevin Smith,
Exactly.
let's do it.
Nah, I still don't know what's happened with the slate.
It's all the way down there?
What do you?
Is his third nipple like? Is it just a clitoris? Is that what's going on here?
No,
because you're just like you're fumbling with your pants. Like, hold on, it's down here, guys.
He said, does it tell you the future? And I'm like, I don't know.
Is it
No.
raining in your neck of the woods right now?
Yeah.
What? Harold Rand Jarbo's derailed us so hard. I mean, technically, I just made a joke and it goes from there. All right, like it's not all about no.
Yeah.
Look, man,
I didn't bring up the
you need
third
to go to
nipple.
the same clinic I do for breast
Well,
augmentation.
I do have another hot topic.
Well, I
that
didn't get a chance to finish talking about the
Oh,
James Gunn thing.
Sure, go ahead.
He should. I mean, like, look.
My bad.
No. It's okay. It's absolutely all right. The thing you got to remember about Gunn and where they currently are is they're gonna, certain things are gonna stay, certain things are gonna change. They just want to move forward with stuff, right? And so the thing is, I think what people need to realize is like, you have got no control. So just sit back, light a doobie, play some Grateful Dead, and just enjoy the damn ride. That's it. That's where it's at. That's really where it's at. You have no control. Getting all up in arms and upset about stuff and like coping. And I'm not saying you specifically, Max, but like a lot of people, I've seen people on social media, freaking out over it. And it's just like so funny.
I thank you, Dan. I have to say this now because that is funny. I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? That I love Beat the Parents.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna watch that again. I missed
Are we
that.
doing the
I'm
mailbag
not
today?
putting
At
my
the end,
cookies in that milk.
And this, no one wants you to eat cookies on stream as it is, George. That
I'm
was very
yum.
very disturbing. But at least for me. But ladies, hey, George is
But if
sending
you'd
out
like to
that
buy
signal.
cookies,
I got
Oh,
cookies right now.
I mean,
got
if you're
us
trying to
Miles.
connect eating cookies to eating pussy, it's not the same thing. One doesn't require any teeth.
I don't know. He was very determined to get every crumb.
I mean,
he
Listen,
was like
that's the name-
in
that's
the
the name
package.
of my
Like,
group at after
I think
school.
he's.
We call ourselves. the
I'm
Cookie
just
Group.
saying.
what is
Well, I don't know
he?
if I
Is he
should say
using
that.
his finger as
I
a pap
think-
smear?
I
Like, what's
think he's-
happening
I
here?
think he's thorough. That's all I'm saying.
George, are you a gynecologist in real life?
No, man. I'm an after school counselor in real life.
Oh. Okay.
Wow. I'm sorry. You said after school counselor?
Yeah. Yeah, for the
Okay.
YMCA.
Oh, okay.
That's
I was
great,
like, I'm
man.
like,
That's
hold on here. Let me see where that goes.
For the children, help the
Nice,
children.
nice.
Yeah.
YNT.
Wow, Anthony.
Speaking of Kevin Smith, anyone here watch that '90s show yet?
I
just
finished
finished.
And, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you're a
two. I'm
hater.
2 episodes in. I'm laughing my
Justin,
ass off
you're a
at it,
hater.
but
I actually
No.
just recently wrote an
Oh.
article on Dogma.
Dogma's a good movie.
Yeah, I love
It
Dogma.
is
I
a
finally
movie.
got it for $20 off Amazon like a few weeks ago.
Chasing
Deep-
Amy's my favorite, but I'm biased because I'm in it. So but it was-
Yeah, that can.
You're in it?
briefly and tiny.
What?
Yeah,
Where?
I'm in the hockey game. I'm a face in the crowd in the hockey game.
Screenshots, pics, or it didn't happen.
I got some.
Let's go. I want
Wait,
to see them.
Crazy Joe, weren't you also in the crowd scene in the basketball game in Teen Wolf?
Oh yeah, I was the guy. I was
Wait.
the guy with his wiener out. Yeah.
Wait
that
a
was
minute.
me.
Wait a minute.
what?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. In the series?
Wait,
or
wait,
the
No,
movie?
no, in the movie. There's a guy in the movie.
1985.
That was
Yeah.
Jeff Loeb's idea. Jeff Loeb wrote that
There we
movie.
go,
He's
yeah.
like, Joe, get your wiener out. And I was like, all right.
Show your
Oh,
your
okay. We're
bits.
making stuff up. Okay.
No. Well, no, Crazy Joe wasn't in the movie, but that actually happened in the movie. There's a crowd shot of the basketball game, and some guy has his junk out.
Yeah.
What?
Do we need a screenshot of that?
No.
Sure.
Don't ask
Give me
Justin.
something to
That'll
think
get us
about later, so
demonetized.
I'm cool with that.
Especially after last night, Justin. I'm still recovering.
What did I do? No. I'm sorry. It's
Wait,
all
what
Zachy's
happened last
fault.
night?
Behind the scenes.
You brought it up. Someone
You
brought
what?
up the whoever was the Velociraptor guy. I don't know. That's what happened.
Wait, what did little movie perp do?
Corn, Velociraptor.
He
dinosaur
decided to have
corn.
a Velociraptor, and Saggy said something about adult films involving Velociraptors that led to
And
Jurassic
he Googled
Park.
it, and I accidentally clicked something in the private link. It was very disturbing.
Wait, you watched Jurassic Pork?
No, I didn't watch it, but there was a screenshot. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I mean, well, Jesus. Don't ever Google bat pussy. All right. Like, don't ever go look that
All right,
thing up.
let's go.
No, seriously, go to P-Hub. I mean this,
No,
literally.
Justin is bad. Look, he loves
Justin,
the
go
s-
to P-Hub.
Justin's like,
P-Hub?
Look at this.
Well, go to. I don't want to get Max's stream too demonetized, so go to
Oh,
P-Hub.
okay. I thought that was a page for people that like to watch people urinating.
No, that's watersports.net. But no, if you go
Justin will look up anything you ask him. to.
True.
Ridiculous.
It is. Go to P-Hub, and just type in bat pussy. And the whole movie is there. It's the very first parody porno made of Batman. And it is one of the worst things I've ever seen. But the whole movie's there.
Justin, I just DM'd you a GIF from Teen Wolf of the dude in the bleachers. So
Like crazy,
Enjoy.
crazy shit.
Uh,
It's like
Crazy
sharing
Joe.
dick pics now. Apparently,
Where are you when chasing Amy? So the next
Hey,
time
yeah.
I watch, I look for you.
you want to see my dick? I got my dick right here. Here's my
Oh
dick.
my goodness.
My dick just came in the mail
Stop
yesterday.
showing your dick on stream, please.
Nope. You want to see? You want to see? You want to see me stroke
It's
it?
definitely getting.
No.
Oh, it was already out, and then he just like zips it up.
Crazy Joe, where are you when chasing Amy? So I know to look for you next time.
Well, you won't see me. I'm minuscule on the screen. It's a big, wide crowd shot, and there's just a lot of faces in there.
Is that the
I have
hockey scene?
It's the hockey scene. Now the funny thing is when they're doing the close-ups of Ben Affleck, I was actually right next to him, just
Oh,
off
you
camera. But when it came time to do the wide shot, Kevin Smith noticed everybody was sitting in the same spot, and he spread us out. So in the wide shot, you can't see me at all.
We are losing viewers. We are actually.
All right, let's stop talking about.
Damn.
Oh, this is from a picture from 3 days ago. Like,
oh, don't come on Hollywood After Dark tonight. People are going to be really upset.
Oh shit!
About
well,
what?
Well, I'm sorry, Max. The stream's been taken down.
About what?
So
I'm just
what's this
kidding.
about
No,
a
it
cat?
hasn't.
Callie
Wait,
actually
really?
unplugged my mic. Yes.
No, it hasn't.
Stop
You're
it,
fine.
Callie. Get out of here. We're done talking about it, okay? Get out of here. No.
So
Get
I'm
out.
looking at this tweet, and it seems like someone's going after James Gunn's cat.
Oh, well, he
Oh,
posted
3
a
days
picture.
ago.
He posted a picture of. I was gonna say, should I say of his pussy on Twitter?
That's what I was.
No,
Pussycat.
this is Instagram, not Twitter.
And people were so mad at him, like they're like, "F your cat too," and that's how his
What is
response.
the-
I don't.
What does the cat have to do with this?
Because he likes to post pictures of his cat.
If your cat, dude, you pissed off the entire franchise worth of fans. No one gives a rat's ass about your cat. And then if a gunhead says his cat is the only thing that matters, and then another gunhead who's
Why are you calling them a gunhead? That's a person in that, like you use a gunhead
Gun
like
gang,
it's a
gun gang.
it's a pejorative, right? Because like we call the cultists
Snyder Bros.
Snyder Bros because they own being Snyder Bros, and they're like, yeah, man, I'm part of the cult, right? They play it up though, but
so I
people
think
that are
there's
just
a gun one.
now you're just, this is a both sides issue. No, you can't sit there and apply the same logic to this, Max. These are just people who are commenting in response.
As a hardcore James Gunn fan, I prefer to be called a gun nut.
Gun nut.
Hey, there you
Okay.
go. This
You
is
love
just
nuts.
A random person on
These
Instagram.
nuts.
No, here's the thing.
That's
You
the
could
same
call him a
stupid
gunhead
dumb.
if it was like hashtag DC Studios is GOAT, hashtag James Gunn is king, hashtag King James.
They're already doing
or
that
whatever.
on Twitter.
if they're doing that, if
wow,
Yeah, everybody doing
no,
on Twitter.
no. And LeBron
I
James
think
is not
listen. You
changed
could
either.
criticize
Zach
me, Matt,
goes
but
to
I'm
Jordan,
fine with
everyone
what I'm saying. I
I
think
no,
it's
I
funny.
do criticize you because I think that's a lame one.
Well, you could think it's lame, but I think there are gunheads just like there's Snyder Bros.
Oh my god, you just
Yes.
with the bed. This is such a dumb.
It's a dumb take to you. Yeah.
No, it's not. I get the sentiment of what you're trying to say, and I can even to some extent appreciate the sentiment of what you're trying to say. But you're like, man, like look at this gunhead right here. It's like what?
Just
I
like
don't
you
know.
joke about Snyder Bros all the time. Why can't I joke about gunheads or gun gang or-
Because Snyder Bros is an actual like thing people identify as. Like no one's out there like wearing like a spent shell casing around their head
I
or
don't identify
something.
myself as that.
We can start.
It's a dumb slur.
Good
It is. It's a pejorative. It's a pejorative. I mean, the next thing you're gonna
evil, Evil Dead, a deadhead, or whatever. It's not so.
a deadhead is for the Grateful Dead.
The Grateful Dead, yeah, Deadhead for Grateful Dead. Yes.
Are you a Deadhead fan of the Evil Dead? That's not a thing.
I mix them
Evil
up.
Dead fans are called Deadite.
I mix things up all the time. Yes, Grateful Dead, a
Do
Deadhead.
you?
Whatever.
It's okay.
You were taking it as a pejorative and negative, and I didn't
Because you are
necessarily
presenting
imply
it as a pejorative.
I said in this gunhead here.
The way you
That's all I said.
The way you
trying to
said it.
make up a phrase and it's not working.
Yeah.
It works for a lot of people. The Pew Crew. Ooh.
The Florence Pugh crew. That just sounds
Well,
gross.
some said they liked the Gun Gang, but I like Gunheads better.
I mean,
I just feel like the guy's only been in the job for 2 months.
Gunners. I don't know.
I feel
Gunners, you could
you're
put Gunners,
trying. You're forcing it, Max.
Look,
I know.
look, we
Well,
haven't
now
even
it's
seen
weird.
anything that he's
That
come
wasn't
up
even
with
the point.
yet.
That wasn't
So
even the
let's-
point. I actually think this is funny the way that James replied. And then he says,
Yeah,
"No one cares what your toxic ass Snyder fans think."
Why does it always have to be Snyder,
And-
bro? These people live. Oh my
and
god, they
it's-
live rent free of
it's-
that guy.
Well, he says
Jesus.
Cavill's Clark.
I mean, the guy kind of gave
Yeah.
away the plot of being a Snyder bro.
Yeah, even though he didn't have sells ZSJL to Netflix in there, he put Cavill's Clark.
He looked like a random dude,
And then James
only
Gunn
Instagram
says
and that's it.
it'd be great at very least if you knew how to spell an actor's name if you were going to be so outraged. That's funny.
Everybody know how to spell
I
Henry
think if you
Cavill
look
name.
at it, some of these people that take it way too seriously on Twitter, they're like either in college or they're immature teens that need to touch grass.
That's how most people are, like on Twitter or in any social media. Really, it's just a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
And
What
sometimes-
actually seeing the reaction to everyone when I say gunhead makes me want to use it more because it was just a throwaway joke and people were like really nitpicking it. It's just nothing.
Well, I call them keyboard warriors because they think they're so tough with their keyboards.
What do you think of his response there? I kind of like this response.
Get you with my keyboard.
Nah.
Yeah, his response is fine. I think it's a nice little dig. Like if you're going to at least attack me, like you spell the guy's name right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He spelled with Cavill. Like what the hell's a Cavill? Like what's Henry Cavill?
Yeah. What do you think of what's your speculation while you're here, Matt? I don't know if you're going to be streaming soon or not.
Yeah, in like about 40 minutes.
Yeah. What's your speculation on what he will actually reveal for the slate? Because that's what we talked about earliest on the stream.
Well, there was a screenshot that he had said where he's just going to reveal a couple of things to kick things off.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to get a full 8 to 10 year slate because that's way too far in advance.
I speculated just like an article that he's not going to tell you what's going to happen with the recast. He's going to focus on the one that you do know is recast, the Superman project. Maybe some quirky characters or some characters that aren't recast. Maybe Green Arrow or Green Lantern and Blue Beetle and
Booster
the
Gold.
Batverse. Booster Gold. Yeah, that's where I think I could be wrong, but I think is that a safe bet? Speculation until these are out of until this year's slate is out of box office. I don't think he's going to tell you.
I think what we're going to get is a couple things that are going to be enough to get the conversation going and, get people kind of excited. But I think it is going to be smaller characters. I don't think we're going to get an announcement about Superman at all. I think we're going to end up getting, we know it's happening. So they might mention something with it, but I don't think we're going to end up getting anything specific. So, but I don't know.
You're wrong.
I could be. I have no idea. I'm looking at the basic concept of like how much money the company has, which is not a lot. They'll definitely I'm assuming that they might need to bring on third party financiers in order to get the slate off the ground. I know they don't want to have another situation like Joker where they split the profits, but they may have no choice. Unless they start focusing on well, no, but I mean, look, Universal is down the road by a couple of years.
Thanks, George. George has to head out. Sorry.
No. See you, George.
Anytime, guys. Enjoy the rest of the stream, everyone. Enjoy your evening.
You too.
You too, man.
Inspire those children. Good on you, George.
You got to reach them kids.
Yeah, that's great.
So I think, they could do a lot with it. But I think they're going to follow. I think they're going to focus on smaller characters. That are going to be like definitely not Green Lantern. That's not going to happen.
Why? It doesn't. It'd be like
too much money, man. It's you got to look at how much it costs for the effects and stuff.
We already know that they're working on a Green Lantern TV series, and we already know that he said
didn't they cancel the Green Lantern show?
No, James Gunn said they're still working on it. They went back, they scrapped what they have. They're like restarting from scratch, but supposedly they're still moving ahead, according to James Gunn, with a Green Lantern show.
Yeah, James Gunn is probably working with Greg Berlanti on that to make it a part of his universe, which makes sense if you want to do that, to have Jon Stewart and then Hal Jordan in live action movies. So yeah. Depends on the budget on the show. If it's like $80 million for $80 million, go ahead, sure, why not?
Oh, my friends are complaining about me in my DM group about my James Gunn.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's funny. Max complaining about another stream about James Gunn to complain about him. Well,
I think James Gunn should
just a little bit. No. I actually, this is a good segue because this is actually positive news. I want to ask a question to the panel. I think this is the best. Let me bring this up here. I didn't want to bring up the DM group. Hold on a second.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. I believe. Let me make this bigger. Rebels was Disney's was one of the first Disney Star Wars. Disney took over. Is this the best crew that Disney's ever produced? And then I think it has the potential to be the best live action as well. Let me make this bigger here.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish it was the kid from Madden. I mean, that was in Aladdin.
Yeah, but this one looks good too.
Character. He looks like the character.
So are they gonna have Rebels be in live action?
Yes, it looks that way. They're casting.
Rebels is a sequel to this show. So
I mean, isn't this a great crew? And it's
the
focus of it.
Voice actrors.
That doesn't work in live action.
You don't need to, CJH. I mean,
No,
look at this.
They probably will have cameos. They probably will have cameos in the show, just like The Last of Us is already doing with Troy Baker and the girl who voiced Allie and Tess and stuff like that.
And this could be surpass even the Rebels for me, because it depends on how much Ahsoka's gonna lead the way with this crew too. Do you think she's gonna, Matt? Do you think she's gonna lead this crew in the live action version? Because it was more like Kanan Jarrus leading the way in the Rebels show.
Yeah, but Kanan is no longer with us.
Yeah.
No, Ahsoka was also Fulcrum. and so Ahsoka was a leader, you know, and all that stuff anyway. So I would assume that there's a high likelihood that she'll be the one in charge because she's got the most experience.
And I've been wanting a crew that's headed up by an alien, you know, and Ahsoka's an alien. That's great, and it's a great diverse cast.
I'm an alien too.
Yes, CJH, yes. I mean, isn't this everything that they've been saying that Disney wanted? This is the accomplishment right here.
Yeah, think Obi-Wan is showing up as a...
Hey, Nerdette. Hope you're doing good. I saw you're back to making content. That's great. I'll have to reach out to you soon about that comic, the antagonists that I want to still cover. Okay.
Yeah, I think Obi-Wan and Anakin is showing up in the show.
They've already said Anakin's showing up. They've said
what about Obi-Wan?
I don't believe they've said Anakin is showing up.
I thought they did.
I think he's showing up as a
There's been a lot of speculation about it. I mean, there's a likelihood of it simply because he came back for the Obi-Wan show. And I have a feeling that that they want to kind of maybe do something that the fans are going to be more happy with because the Obi-Wan show didn't.
Clone Wars flashback.
Are they going to be happy with it or mad about it?
Well, I mean, seeing Rebels and that storyline continue is one that people don't know where it might end up. Obi-Wan was something that was a side story that happened, you know, we already know where the story ends. And it's not to say that it gets any more interesting by going into where he was at the time, you know? So, I mean, it's just...
Yeah, you know what, Matt? You do make a good point. It's not like it's... What did you say? It's not going to get any more interesting?
Well, it's like, because like I hate to say it because I find I love Andor, and Andor I know how it ends, and I find it to be utterly compelling. But I also like, you know, we got 3 movies with young Obi-Wan, and it ended with him giving, you know, Luke to Owen and Beru, and then he goes off into the Tatooine desert, and we know that's where he's at, you know, 18 years later, right? 18, 19 years later. And so like his story is kind of just that. We know it. It's a single trajectory. Andor, it's like, okay, well, we know he dies, but then how did he become the spy? That's what we're learning. So on the show Andor, it is kind of like us watching Obi-Wan going through being a Padawan to being a Jedi Master during the prequel trilogy. Does that make any sense? Where we get to see his arc play out, even though we know how it ends.
Yes.
Yeah, but, like there's a right and wrong way to do like prequel stuff, and okay.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, I enjoyed Obi-Wan for what it was, but I feel like Deborah Chow didn't, and I was really bummed because I thought the work she did on Mandalorian was great, but I feel like she didn't really bring a lot to the table in a way that was like the most compelling. Like visually speaking, there was a lot of issues. It might have been because it was done during COVID and they were just trying to rush it out. It had been delayed multiple times. I mean,
and Bob Chapek.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that like they were just like told to get it done, you know, and it's like, and that could have been the problem, but also the writing wasn't the greatest on that. And young Leia was cute. I liked young Leia, but that chase sequence with Flea in the forest was like edited so terribly.
Flea?
Oh, the person that re-edited it was really good. Did you see it before it got taken down?
No, I think
Disney took it down.
No, he took it down. The guy took it down and put it behind a paywall.
It wasn't Disney? Oh, okay.
No. Disney actually was like all on board with it, which is really interesting.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, well, no, what I mean by that, they didn't try to shut it down. You know, like they didn't do anything to support it. But again, it's like when Star Wars Theory did did his fan film, and then Warner Chappell copyright claimed one of the songs, and he was all like, Disney's coming after me. He knew damn well that it wasn't Disney because Warner Chappell is not even owned by Warner anymore. It's its own company. And so it wasn't Disney that that did it, but they went through a third party that was managing the rights, and the Content ID system claimed it and everything else. And then it's just, that's what he freaked out over. And it's like, but dude, he made so much money off of that bullshit because he was lying his ass off, you know, or I should say lie by omission is the best way to describe it. You know,
How do you mean?
Well, what I mean by that is where he's like, well, I didn't make any money on this. So Disney comes in and content claims the music. And that allows them to run ads on it. And the video had gotten like over a couple million views, right? So
Okay, so you think that he actually did monetize it?
No, well, what I mean by that is but it's ancillary monetization. Okay, so he put up the money himself, but he raised the money by Patreon. So that's how he raised the money. So he went about it in a way that was like not Kickstarter or Indiegogo. He raised the money through Patreon. So he wasn't paid to make it. He didn't pay anyone to make it, but he financed what he needed to with money he had made through Patreon. Then
I think he paid people on the set.
I don't know if you can pay people. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he did.
No,
I know
no, you absolutely can pay people. Absolutely. It's
I'm not
everyone- He's not going to shoot something in LA and say work for free.
Well, what I mean by that is like maybe the producers don't get paid. I have to look into it a bit more, but it's like, it's like there's the whole. It goes back to the Axanar thing from 2016. If you know anything about Star Trek Axanar and how that guy, and I'm friends with that guy. I know Alec Peters personally. He calls me occasionally, just randomly to say hey. And, like he sent me a message. He hates Mecha Random 42. He sent me a message about her the other day. It was pretty funny. But anyway, like he was the one who like raised $1 million through, I think, Kickstarter or Indiegogo to do this feature length Star Trek Axanar kind of prequel film about like Commander Pike, I think is who it was. And it ended
Garth
up
of Izar. Garth of Izar.
Garth of Izar. Thank you. And so I'm my lore on Star Trek is minimal, by the way. So
And original content can't raise any money.
Well, but the thing with that's exactly what caused the problem is they raised $1 million, and they ended up going through arbitration. Like CBS and Paramount CBS sued them. They went through arbitration. They were able to come to an agreement because there was a lot of complaints about how he was spending the money. Like Robert Meyer Burnett was involved, I think, to edit the project, and like that whole thing ended not amicably with him. Personal friends of mine who I've known for years were very like anti Alec Peters, but then I got to know the guy and hear his side of the story and everything else in the process. But because of that, CBS and Paramount opted to change how Star Trek fan films could be made. Right. So there's no more feature length Star Trek fan films. They can only do 2 15-minute episodes. That's it.
And they have to be shitty quality.
They have to be for the costumes. They have to be officially licensed costumes, like purchased through CBS, like affiliates.
And the title has to have a Star Trek fan film in the title. Like
Yeah.
Whatever your title is, subtitle.
What,
Star Trek
Degrassi?
fan film.
And if you've noticed ever since 2016 or 2017, I think it was 2016 when this whole, because JJ came in and tried to smooth it all over because Star Trek Beyond
Who's
was on
JJ?
the horizon. JJ Abrams. Because
I've never heard of him.
yeah, sure. And so he tried to come on in and smooth everything over a little bit because he was producing Star Trek Beyond, and that was coming out on the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, and this whole thing was going crazy. So in the past 6 years, believe it or not, Axanar has not even fucking filmed yet. It starts filming, I think, like next week. It took them all this time to get it to a point where they could make it. It's so weird how these fan films work out. But what I mean when I talk about Star Wars Theory is that like he knew that it wasn't Disney Direct that was doing this.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
knew that.
He
So
did
what
the YouTube thing.
he
Everyone,
he did the YouTube thing of coming out and going like, oh, right, crying up a storm, getting everybody all up in arms over it, and then and that's where he made his money.
No,
It's like
they
that
manipulate his own
Superman
audience.
film.
I disagree with the way that you said it, but I think what you actually said is like I understand it. I don't know, maybe because I like Star Wars Theory.
No,
I
I'm
think
not
it's
saying you
alright.
have to like him or dislike him, but I think you need to, but
YouTube tactics,
the
YouTuber
YouTube tactics that are used on that front, right?
And lots
I
of
think-
people do it.
I think his Vader fan film was wonderful. Like I really, really liked it.
Look, man, like the only thing that I'll say, in objection to it is that we're all on YouTube. Can you tell me you've never done that?
To that extent, no. But yes, I've complained about things that at the time when I first started off, there was a lot more that I complained about. Nowadays, I'm far more nuanced about it because I realize it doesn't really like help the conversation because you don't really get there are times where complaining about things will yield change and yield change in a positive way, or at least like slow.
Sonic.
Sonic was a good example of that. I still maintain the belief that they knew this was going to be a thing and they used it for free marketing. But you
Yeah,
know,
I think so too.
I just everything about it just seems like
It was just bad timing.
It was-
Pandemic.
I think they kind of knew. Like, yeah, Matt, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. I just mean like the whole ugly Sonic thing was
Yeah.
so bad. Now if you look at ugly Sonic from 2019 in that first trailer, it almost looks like bad AI art.
Yeah.
Like image prompt.
Actually,
Imagine.
can you test that? Ugly
Um,
Sonic AI through AI?
You know what? Let me.
Or we'll just give the real one. I don't know.
I can try. It's not a good. I don't have access to a good one right
Put
now.
new ugly Sonic or something.
Well, but then that's the thing is like they listened and they delayed the movie by only a couple months, and it was the last movie I saw before the pandemic hit, and it did very well because of that. But you can use fan outrage to actually like build something up, but I think a lot of times people just take the shortcut for the easy money.
Chip and Dale.
Does Disney technically own Ugly Sonic now? Because they
No.
used them. In...
No.
Universal.
Parody.
Universal own
Licensed
that.
them.
Universal.
Paramount.
Universal. Paramount owned it, so they like because Paramount and
How do
Disney.
you not
But can't
remember Paramount with those like little gold rings?
Can't anyone use them because it's kind of like a parody of itself, and they didn't have to
Well,
actually use them in the film now?
In the case of Chip and Dale, if I recall, and I could be wrong on this, the company that did the visual effects were the ones who worked on Sonic, and they had the renders of ugly Sonic because I think originally it was supposed to be Jar Jar Binks,
Yeah.
and then
That
they
would have
made
been
it.
great. He should have been there.
It would have been a redemption arc for Jar Jar definitely, and I think Ahmed Best, like all those comments he had made about like how he had like thought about taking his own life because of the backlash, like that is the thing. But I think in retrospect, ugly Sonic comes on in. And everyone's like, "Oh my God, ugly Sonic!" And then you get to the end of the movie, and ugly Sonic is the savior. And now all of a sudden, all these people are like, "Dude, yeah." Everyone now is like, "Dude, ugly Sonic is GOAT." They redeemed ugly Sonic. Could they have redeemed Jar Jar Binks in the same fashion? Like I don't think it would have worked as well. To be fair,
What's the sequel
you
to
know
that?
what?
I'm
We
actually
need
a
Chip and Dale
recent
too.
convert to AI. It's complicated. I thought Matt and everyone else was full of shit, but I actually think it's more likely to conclude the Snyderverse than Netflix. They could do in the future.
Well,
in the future, they could use.
I-
Who knows how far this is going to go?
well, I was reading a paper yesterday, how to do or instructions on how to use Midjourney to actually. It's called like a puppeteer prompt, and you can actually like come up with the artwork you want to use, and then use this prompt to basically make it like a puppeteer, and to place your characters with the same art style in the positions that you want. So with that, we'll
that's
see
interesting.
like comic books, we'll see graphic novels, we'll see motion comics. We're going to see like all of this creativity that's going to come out of this stuff in the next couple of years. And people are saying, "Oh, it's going to end up really, harming the industry." I'm like, it's not. It's just going to be another paradigm shift. It's like Little Movie Perp today. I showed him my movie In Search Of because he didn't know I'd made it. So I sent him the link to it, and he watched it, and he was like, "Oh shit," he liked it. Even though like it's a derivative property based upon something else, but we shot it in 2 days in San Diego back in 2011. And it's like but this is just how technology goes. The more technology expands, the greater access the general public has to those tools. And what they come up with is what's going to be the next generation. And this is just the beginning stages of the next generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks.
So don't fear it. Just
you don't know where it's going to go. It might not lead anywhere, but it could. Could actually create good also alternatives to the studio system.
Well, I mean, it's not going to put. Concept artists are just going to have to figure out. Artists are going to have to figure out a way to work within the system. And I think imagine if you're an artist and you have a specific style, and it would take you like 30, 40 hours to work on a piece, but you can take your style, upload it into a prompt, like teach a machine to replicate your style, and then to come up with your own work and to save yourself a ton of time, right?
You don't think you don't think Zach is already doing that? Like
No, I think no, Hollywood already is. I mean, if I recall, I believe Toby Emmerich had said that they were using like an AI to determine what movies to make.
So Space Jam just true.
Oh
then.
boy, what
Yeah.
about?
Well, that
my
was
God.
yeah.
See, here's the thing. Like, I don't want AI to replace creativity. You know, like there's
It doesn't, Justin. It doesn't.
It does
really
to a certain extent, or do
You
they
can
did they
use
just play off
AI.
of the ideas? If they
Well,
play
I think
the
it's a good way to. It's a good way. Okay, imagine like I can't draw to save my life. I can't even do stick figures. All right, they look like they're all
Use it as
special
concept
needs.
art.
Oh,
Right.
I could do stick figures. That's about it.
Right, but it's like, but if I want to like, if I have a certain visual, if I have a certain idea in my mind that I want to convey, you know, like just recently I paid an artist to do some work, and I like the guy's work and I appreciate it, but like we were having a communication breakdown based upon, I just told him what I want and I showed him specifically what I wanted, and he still just did his own thing, and I'm all like, that frustrated me because I felt like, you know, we're friends, and he cut me a really good deal on it. And I'm just like, all right, like, I don't want to fight you on it, you know? So he did a couple variations and I was like, but it's still not what I wanted. Even though I told him specifically, and I gave him specifically the examples, what I wanted with referential images, and he still did not provide that. You know what I mean? And so it's like artists will always have their own bent, and that's entirely great. They're artists. That's what they create. But I believe that there are times when a person who has a vision, who's unable to put that out there, is like, look, I need something that's going to give me that representation.
Right. And this can lead to any sort of medium, really. I mean, this could
is
lead
what
to,
Degrassi's been saying.
I think the only time where I would agree with you, where I would actually go to an AI, is if like there is some sort of tune or a song stuck in my head, but I am unable to replicate it on a guitar or on the piano, and I'm really mad about that. Like an AI trying to perfect it or trying to, you know, do that. It's like, for me, as of right now, it's almost like a collaboration with the computer that will still, to some degree, unless you interact with it more, will replicate similar results.
But do
So
AI have
it is a learning tool.
consciousness?
What's that?
No, not yet.
No.
Well, Crazy
Elon
Joe
Musk get there at some point, but I don't know.
See, Crazy Joe's gonna head out. Go sub to Crazy Joe. Support him. He's brought the craziness.
Yeah, my most recent video from Disney. I was there for.
Oh
the
yeah,
last,
you said
last week.
You were saying you didn't. You know, you had a little scuff up.
Well, I had one last ride on Splash Mountain. I wasn't there the final day, but I was there the final week, so I got my last ride with Splash Mountain. And my good buddy, YouTube's own Adam the Woo, was on the road with me. He's one of the best. You guys sub to me, but also sub to Adam the Woo if you're not sub to him. But yeah, it was I'm proud of that video. That was a fun video. So check out my last video.
How was let me ask you this, Joe. What do you think of the change? Do you think it's a good thing or bad thing?
Well, I think it's going to be a good ride. I mean, the ride mechanism isn't changing at all. I think they're probably going to do a pretty good job with it. And I'm hearing that not much is really going to change. I'm hearing they're going to reuse most of the same animatronics. So I think the ride itself is going to be mostly the same. As for the whole controversy about the ride, I'll be the first to admit that movie is definitely a racist movie. There's no question about it. But I think they managed to leave all the problematic elements of the movie off of the ride. So I don't really know that the ride needed to go. But
Wait, what movie and what ride?
Song of the South.
Song of the South.
It was a long time coming.
Yeah.
You know how many times they re-released Song of the South? Like up until the 1980s, they were released. Yeah, Michael Eisner was like a big fan. That's why they put Splash Mountain in there. But Uncle Remus is nowhere in Splash Mountain. So all the kids, the millions of kids that have gone and rode that ride, they know nothing about the origin because it's not represented anywhere in the park. But aren't they getting rid of all the Frontierland? Aren't they shutting that whole thing down?
Big Thunder is about to shut down for a refurbishment. I mean, it's not going away, but they're going to refurbish Big Thunder soon. So yeah, I don't know. There's not going to be much to do in Frontierland for a little while.
I love Big Thunder, but I mean, in Splash Mountain, like I always love Splash Mountain. You know what I mean? Like I've looked at I understand the controversy surrounding Song of the South. I mean, like what's so funny about Song of the South? You can't buy it on DVD here in the United States. You can actually buy it on DVD overseas, but if you want to get your hands on Song of the South, go to Facebook Marketplace and just look it up. There's bootleg copies literally everywhere.
Oh yeah, because they came from the Japanese Laserdisc. It's crystal clear bootlegs out there. So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
To me, that's hysterical. It's so funny.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. They did what they did. So should they have closed it? I don't know, but they did. I'm sure it'll be great when it reopens. But I'm glad I got to go down one last time. So.
He's glad he went down one last time.
Oh yes.
Stop it, Max.
Like
with
Bob
your
Ross.
innuendos.
Well, thank you, Crazy Joe. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thank
The
you.
VHS
Nice
is
meeting you,
like
Joe.
Keep wearing those-
$133.
Keep crazy.
Yeah, keep wearing your pajamas.
I'll think about it.
I guess I will, but not to work. Okay.
Nobody
Bye.
working.
Okay. What?
Is that a thing he says at the end of his?
That's the first time I heard that one.
Keep wearing your pajamas.
Pajamas.
What if I don't wear pajamas?
I wear nothing.
That's what I'm wearing. That's all. Who wear pajamas?
You wear nothing except for the mask.
Just the mask.
I'm sorry. Sleeping naked is the best way to go. It just really
No, I
is.
sleep in my boxers.
Like it is. Take a shower before bed. Like just get underneath. It's
But
the
what
best
if
thing ever.
there's like a fire and you have to get out?
Well, then you know what? Someone's
Grab
gonna
a
see
rope.
something. Yeah, grab a rope. But if there's a fire, you could fly around your boxers pretty quick. Doesn't take very long to do that.
Just go naked outside and nothing will happen.
But
What
thank
if
you.
it's freezing?
I don't know.
I could stand
Grab a
cold. I
coat.
don't give a fuck about cold.
Like,
But there's a fire.
I'll grab a blanket. Blanket's already on me.
You don't have time.
Oh my
Your
God,
blanket
CJ,
is on you.
What are you doing?
He does this all the time. The blanket's already on you. Unless it's on fire, I'm bringing the blanket with me. Well, my wife first, then the blanket.
Wow, you don't care about your wife. You just admitted
Well, she's
it.
in a separate room. How's that going to work? I hope
Damn,
nothing happens.
That is sad.
I can't get to you. Bye. Oh no, I'll get to her. I'll get to
You sure
her,
she's not hearing?
and then the
You sure
kitty
she's
Wait.
and the
not
dogs.
Wait, what? But
You sleep in separate rooms?
Oh God, not this again. Yes.
I mean, that's common with like elderly couples.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay.
Screw you, Justin.
No, it's
Elderly.
okay.
Did you just call me elderly?
I actually, you know what, Max? Before you go too far off, like let's just
Elderly.
be honest here.
Elderly Max.
Everyone needs their own space.
Yes,
and that's okay. And when you do sleep together in the same bed, it's like special. It's kind of
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
So I see where you're coming from. So can I
That's
get an
behaving
apology
itself.
for the screw
I
you,
get it.
Justin?
I said F you. Yes, I apologize, Justin. I was a joke. But Matt actually was very well behaved during that part of the conversation.
wait, who just
What?
He didn't
left?
see it about me and my wife sleeping in separate rooms.
What? No, I don't. Dude, are you kidding me? Like, listen, I think there's such a weird thing. Like, you guys know, like before, like the 1950s, like it was customary for a married couple to like sleep in separate beds, right? Like that whole.
It's very relaxing.
Well, in the movies, but
No, but that
that's
was reflective
because-
of society. That was reflective of society. That's why when the Brady Bunch was a
it,
thing,
though?
yes,
Was
yes,
it
Justin,
really?
yes, it was.
Neither of us lived back then. We don't know.
No, but like family
Everyone's
members of
was
mine did.
different.
Like, here's the thing. Are you single or are you in a relationship?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does. It does because it's an honest question. It's an honest question.
He's not trying to catch you or anything. He's just asking.
No, I'm just asking.
I am seeing someone.
Okay. Like, have you been with them a long time?
No.
All right. Max has been married for a while. I've been in a 14-year relationship.
15 years, yeah.
If he's been 15 years, I've been in a 14-year relationship. Sleeping alone is fucking amazing. All right? You have your own blanket. You don't got to worry about anyone else. Like, they can deal with their shit. You deal with your shit. Right? It's like you get your good sleep. If they're a snorer, they're in the other room. If you're a snorer,
There's
you're
no
in the other
farting.
room. There's no if you're
There's
gonna
more
Dutch oven,
farting.
if you're gonna Dutch oven, you're gonna Dutch oven yourself, and you're gonna be fucking fabulous with it. There is like it is no people need their personal space. This is the thing I don't get about the modern take on relationships is like this weird idea that you cannot be an individual if you're in a relationship. Like it's just I don't know if it's just the way the entertainment industry has pushed it, how society has pushed it, but it's like you can be your own person.
I need my sleep.
Like people need their space, and a lot of times
we tried for a while. We did sleep in the same room for years, and then eventually, you pick up. We still love each other, but we pick up on even. She steals blankets. I twist and turn, and she's a still sleeper. She likes blankets tucked. I can't stand tucked blankets because I'm taller. I like to kick them out. And
yeah, you like to kick him out. You like
and
to
I have
roll
3 alarms, and she jumps up at the first sign of anything. I was driving her crazy with all my alarms.
Yeah, it's just like people are different. Like some people might want to sleep with the fucking lights on, which I can't even fucking stand.
Oh yeah, and I'm always cold, and she's always hot.
Ugh.
The temperature
it's those
too.
little things.
Yes,
it's those.
I was freezing my ass off.
Drives people fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I think that whole I really do think it's a societal thing where you have to sleep in the same bed. It's like that's bullshit. No, you don't have to. You can have your own personal space to just be like, okay, this is where I can be, an individual, be myself, in its full form, ugly and horrible and also great, and you could just have some privacy. Like my parents slept in the same bed. They still do. But nowadays,
when we go out of town, we sleep in the same bed at her mom's house or the cottage.
Well, no shit. But but when it comes to, at your own home, it's just like, if you want this to last, you have to be able to, live together, but also be able to, it's your home. You should be able to retreat to where you feel comfortable and safe on your own. Because if someone's around all the time, it always feels like maybe there's like someone looking over your shoulder. What are you doing? It's just like none of your goddamn business. And then, shit happens and then you get into a fight or something. It's ridiculous. So I totally understand that.
Okay, we got sidetracked.
So the mailbag.
Well, we will when Matt leaves because
I'll be dipping out here in a minute. I think my stream starts in like 5.
All right, so who's the middle guy? Like the middle guy kind of looks like Adam Driver, but with a different face.
I don't know who he is, but he looks pretty accurate.
He has the same hair. When Adam Driver removes his mask in The Force Awakens, he has that same hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's Prince Charming or something.
I'm saying this may be the best crew since the original trilogy crew in live action. I'm thinking this is going to be it. This is my guess.
You don't know that yet, though.
That's my guess. I said. I know. I don't know. That's my guess. I really hyped for this crew to come together.
Is that really the crew?
Maybe that's another unknown. Like, is Ahsoka really going to be? Are they just going to be in the Ahsoka series, or are they going to?
Where did this come from? Is this just a fan just saying like?
No. These are the people that are cast for the Ahsoka.
No,
series.
these are the people who are cast.
Are they
all?
That
doesn't make sense because on the third person, that person is clearly not black. That's problematic.
The character is not black.
It's problematic, guys.
Well, Ahsoka kind of, Rosario Dawson is part.
It doesn't matter because her face is orange. She's a Twi'lek.
There's a
talking
lot of
about-
diversity here. Are you saying it's not diverse enough, Justin? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what you're saying.
I'm saying that the person who is third, clearly like that, the one on the right is supposed to be black.
No, that's not black.
I
She's
think
Asian.
so. Is it
No.
the picture?
No. There's a picture. It's the
It's just
lighting
a
of
shadow,
the picture.
yeah.
Is it the picture?
Yeah,
Is
it's
the,
the lighting. Yeah,
if it's
it's the
the
picture.
lighting, okay, but
No, she's not. She's not.
all right. Then never mind. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. I see the misunderstanding there. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, you're pissing off your own crowd, Disney. I know, CJ. I know. I know.
What? That's tan. Well, I don't know, like Middle Eastern ethnicity. I don't know exactly.
No, the
what
character's
it's
Asian.
mean.
Like
Asian.
what is, yeah.
Brown, I don't know.
Thanks,
Indian,
Talati.
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. I'm sorry, I don't watch the Star Wars cartoons, so I don't.
Oh my
really
God!
know.
Well,
Very dismissive. Well, you
you'll be
watch the live
confusing.
action.
Yeah, it's live action.
Well, Matt, before you go, don't you think this has the potential to be one of the best crews if they do interact with each other in the series? If they're not just there in the series and they spin off to another show, that's for the other potential, right? This could be the best crew since the OG Luke, Leia, and Han and Chewie. You know,
I mean, well, I enjoyed them in the cartoon show quite a
me
bit,
too.
so we'll have to see where it goes. You know what? I mean, at this point, anything we've had good Star Wars, we've had mediocre Star Wars, bad Star Wars. I think Dave Filoni's big on this one, so I think we're gonna get a lot of nostalgic
every
callbacks.
episode.
Yeah. Well, he also has learned a lot from Favreau and
George
and everything
Lucas.
else, and also Ryan Johnson. A lot. I don't know if you know this, but when Kennedy took over, she brought in Filoni and she was like, "What is it you want to do?" And he's like, "I'd like to learn how to direct live action." And so while they were shooting The Last Jedi, they actually sent Dave Filoni over to London to shadow Ryan Johnson. I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi story-wise. I do think it was directed well. So
I wish they would stop.
Yeah, my
shitting
criticism
on the
for
voice
that is
actors
mostly
and
The Last Jedi exists.
missing
I
the
don't know.
voice actors, but
I don't.
Because
I
voice
don't know.
actors does not work with live action. Stop saying this shit. Jesus Christ.
sometimes.
They will have. Oh my God! Look at The Last of Us. They're gonna have Troy Baker in the next couple episodes. He's gonna be in there. He voiced Joe in the live action.
Yeah,
the game.
but he's
that's-
also voiced a lot of other characters.
and a
So
lot of other characters. So the character who voiced them, who voiced Ahsoka, who voiced these characters, probably gonna make a cameo in Ahsoka show.
I would like it if Ashley Eckstein, if she did
She
a
will.
cameo, that'd be nice.
She's
But yeah,
gonna
I got to dip, guys. I got my stream in a second, so
Maybe she plays the younger Ahsoka.
No.
Wow.
They already casted a young person for that.
Oh.
What is next?
Yeah. Well, let's get through the articles, and then we'll have to put the
Mailbag.
mailbag on for tomorrow.
Okay.
No, I'll do it tonight. I'm just kidding.
You held it off last night. Let's just do it.
Yeah. Okay. So rapid fire topics that we've reached that time of night. Let me bring these up here. Amelia Clark.
Great. Next topic.
Amelia Clark praises Marvel ahead of her MCU debut as absolutely brilliant in Secret Invasion.
What the fuck is Secret Invasion?
It's a show for
Wait,
Disney
you've
Plus.
never read
All
the
right.
comics?
It's a show. Blah blah blah. Next.
You've never read the comics. It's when the Skrulls replace all the characters.
Oh, look at the
and
dog.
we don't know who's
that dog is
a
so
real person or not.
CGH. Okay.
He doesn't read
I
comics.
hear you.
no, Jesus
I hear
Christ.
you. It sounds interesting. But I don't know. I don't give a shit what happens in the comics. I give a shit what happens on the screen. That's what I pay attention to. And if it works, it doesn't.
Well, it's
if it works,
basically
it
the same
does.
thing.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So
So some people are Skrulls and some people are not Skrulls. That's basically
Adult Swim officially cut ties with Justin Roiland.
Fuck.
What?
Fuck.
Watch the Fs. You're gonna get me demonetized. What? They actually made a change.
Yeah,
with YouTube.
Rick and Morty is fucking done.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's continuing.
They signed a
No.
contract for 10.
Yeah, they said they're continuing. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
They
and
signed a
you're
contract for 10
Nope.
seasons.
Hell to the hell no.
They signed a contract for 10
Absolutely not.
seasons. They signed a contract.
You know, we're
for
gonna
10
have to
seasons.
start
They
to have a
to do it.
swear jar because of because
I'm
if you want to drop
sorry, us
if you want to
Justins just
if you want to
tend
drop
to
a
swear
if you-
a lot. But
yeah, if you want to drop a 5 or something, go right off. and then
although
the swear
not
jar,
all of us
and then you can
Justins
fill the
are
jar.
charged with domestic violence. I never go that far, but Jesus, wow. Yeah, not watching Rick and Morty again unless they hire me.
But maybe it might be, but he's done bad things though, Justin.
Yeah, okay.
But it's gonna suffer.
really
you think?
bad stuff.
Yeah. R.I.P. Rick and Morty. That's it. It's fucking done.
It's not done. They only
Most
signed a
guys
10 season
actually
contract.
No. I am adamant on
okay.
that. Like it
Why is-
wasn't done
why is
before.
Dan
It is
Harmon
done
still on?
now. Goodbye, Rick and Morty.
He did bad stuff too. Why is he still the
Rick
lone
Harmon?
showrunner? Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
don't
did
know.
awful stuff too.
It's
Why is
because
he
they
still on?
have to blame the other guy, and the other guy he's still gonna listen.
Well,
He's
you
still
didn't
gonna
like
get
season
paid.
3 anyway, Justin.
What's that?
You said you didn't really like season 3 anyway.
I really, really love season 1 and 2.
Yeah. So it was
I
already
wasn't
on
a
the downside.
big fan of season 3. I liked it, but yeah, it's not going to change everything. But I know it's not done, but
In his eyes, it's done.
Are they gonna replace the
I'm
High
sorry.
on
This is the
Life
guy who
voices?
created these characters, and yeah, it's like, I guess it's become the new Simpsons, where it's gonna go on forever, and it's
There's only
no,
for 10 seasons.
it's just gonna be
That's it.
weird in a way that doesn't feel right.
It's gonna
that's my
be
prediction.
AI generated voices. You watch.
No, bro. They cast a
You,
new
you
person.
laugh,
That's
but
it.
they can do that now.
They're not gonna do that, bro. They just get a new. The show is locked for 10 seasons. After the 10th season is done.
And we'll see how this
Yeah.
guy, I'll see how Justin Roiland, how this all turns out, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And my priority, by the way, just to clarify, is not that Rick and Morty is not going to be the same, because honestly, I don't give a shit. The fact is that, yeah, you are right. You're right, Figure Drawing. He canceled himself, and it was his own undoing. And it was going to happen eventually. But yeah, this is very bad. And Justin Roiland is, if he's found guilty, is hereby.
He was found guilty.
Was he?
No,
was charged.
his accusations charged, yeah, but
No,
he still has his day in court.
Trial.
It's
So
just-
like,
it's
let's
just
see if he's like innocent or guilty. Let's actually see it. But then after that, if he is found guilty,
There's
then,
like screenshots.
then he
Matt
will
Dunn,
be
a
exiled
biopic.
from the
When the
Council
fuck
of
is this confirmed?
Justins, and we're gonna have to fucking bring back Trudeau, which
Yeah.
kills me. But
When
there we
was
go.
this confirmed?
Well, everyone gets a biopic except
Wait,
Madonna.
what?
Biopic
Guess
has been
so.
scrapped ahead of Singer's tour.
Really?
Bring back what?
She's doing the tour? What?
You ever like
No.
Madonna, Justin?
No,
I used to like her back in the day.
I mean, like, what do you mean? Like the music?
Her music,
or-
yeah.
It was boring.
Oh,
I don't know. It was whatever. I thought her greatest hit was like Barbie Girl or something.
no,
but that
that's
wasn't her. That's
not
Aquafina.
Madonna. That's not Aquafina either.
Was it Aquafina?
No, that's I forget the name of that band. That I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Madonna was fire. She was at one point.
Madonna biopic was
I mean,
interesting.
It's
in-
Aqua.
No.
Maybe you're not old enough to like. I
Looked,
kind of had a crush on her back in the day too. When I was growing up. This is You People. What people?
Whoa. Scroll back down.
What's up?
You
I
People
just saw
review.
something about TMNT or
Okay,
Teenage
who is
Mutant
that?
Ninja
Wait,
Turtles.
it's oh wait, that's Eddie Murphy. I thought it was Snoop Dogg. Okay, it is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy and what's this actor's name again?
Jonah Hill. It was
Jonah.
just
Jonah.
Jonah Hill is dating his daughter.
Yeah, he
Whoa,
lost a bunch
good
of weight.
job,
and
Jonah
now
Hill.
He's like,
okay. So it's a replication of like
Meet the
22
Parents.
Jump Street. Okay,
Now
not
he's like a-
interested.
No,
now
it's
he's a
not
buff.
like he's trying to date his daughter.
He did the same thing in 22 Jump Street,
Did he?
except it was
Not
more
really.
intense with Ice Cube's daughter.
Oh, really? I didn't remember that part.
You didn't see the movie.
I
You
forgot.
Didn't see
I
it.
forgot. I did. I just forgot.
Yeah, like there's like that whole plot with Jonah Hill. It's Channing Tatum, the football player, whatever. But then on the side, like he's dating this like art student or something. Jonah Hill is, and then he meets her parents, and it's fucking Ice Cube, the guy who's like his boss.
and
So
then
that's why
Channing
it's so
Tatum was
funny,
like,
and he gives him like this perplexed
I was
look.
mad.
It's one of the best parts of the movie. How do you not remember that?
I have a bad memory, man.
He literally
I
high
remember.
fived him because he banged a chick at college, not realizing that it's his daughter,
Jonah
not realizing
Overdale.
that he's so stupid that he's sending him to the same
I
college.
was mad.
And how did he not think that that could be a possibility? And he's,
And
we as the
Tatum
audience are
like,
laughing at
"Yo."
that, his stupidity. I don't know. I'm getting too far into it.
I was
yeah,
mad that Sony
Fucking great
canceled.
moment, and this is a copycat. That
Okay.
whatever.
Weren't
Is it a
they-
series? Is You People a series or a movie?
Weren't they going to do a Ghostbusters
this would be-
23 Jump Street?
No, that was a Black Man in
Crossover?
Black. It was Men in
This,
Black.
this
Black,
image
yeah.
on the right would be funny to use as a thumbnail for looking at Justin Rollins' tweets or something.
Oh my
DMs.
god. DC wait. DC's copying Marvel with specials?
Very problematic Valentine's Day special trailer is full of romance and kink.
Why is that problematic?
No, I don't know.
I'm joking. It's not problematic.
Well, we'd have to watch the trailer.
All right, no, it's two chicks kissing, a blonde and a redhead,
And kinky
and
activities.
This will be very successful on adult websites. Fantastic. I love it.
Oh, that's the name of the special. It's not the writer of the article. That's actually the name of the special. A very problematic Valentine's Day.
A HBO special.
So that's actually what they decided. The showrunners decided to name the writers.
I hope.
February 9th.
A very problematic
They
Valentine's
should have.
Day special.
They should have released this on Valentine's Day.
Well, it's
or
problematic because she's engaged to be married in one
Yeah,
of the
that's
seasons.
true.
So
That's true.
that's why it's problematic for Kite Man.
Who cares? Just let the girls go at it and just have fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm-
it's better than Velma. Look, dude, I don't even know if Santa Inc. is better than Velma, but they're on the same fucking level. I
Well,
don't
you
even
get
know.
it. You get in a season 2.
Yeah,
of
it's
Velma.
probably better than Velma. Let's just,
Well,
yeah.
Velma's getting a season 2 because people are hate
And
watching it.
even both sides don't
You know
like
what?
Velma.
You know
That's
what?
pretty sad.
What's that, CGH?
When both sides don't like Velma, that's pretty sad.
Well, if people
the
hate
culture
watch
war?
it so much, I heard an interesting theory that because people hate it so much and people are watching it a lot, that like people are just looking at the numbers, the ivory tower of executives are just being like, wow, it's getting a lot of views, so let's see how this goes. Maybe we'll get a season 2. Yeah. It would be so interesting to get a season 2 of a show that people actively hate and see how worse it gets.
Bro,
Or
this from last
if
week.
it turns around. What's that?
What if Rebel Moon is just the Snyder verse?
To
Like
get
the
to this
Justice
topic?
League plan?
No, it's not. It's his own thing.
Netflix exec comments on Zack Snyder's 2-film sci-fi epic.
I don't care. I thought Rebel Moon was a Star Wars project. Let's move on.
Well, come on.
It was technically
It was.
originally.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well,
I just
okay.
won't say anything because I don't give a shit.
Marmer, who I have no the hell idea who he is.
It was going to be
runs
Yoda movie.
Netflix
It's the guy
audio
that works
studio
Netflix.
group with Kira Goldberg said Netflix believes in Rebel Moon because Zack came in with such passion. This is the film that he's had in mind for decades. As you know, he spent so much time working on other people's IPs that we're not going to buy from Warner Brothers Discovery and other studios. We worked with him on Army of the Dead, and we did things that others couldn't do. We made him a film and then a prequel and launched a live experience with Rebel Moon. He wanted to push the envelope again. When we saw how big the world he created was, we thought it would be better served as a 2-piece versus 1 film. It's the kind of story that could continue to grow. He thinks of it as his take on making something like Star Wars.
Do you think, here's a question. Do you think it would be really shitty if he makes this movie and then Disney comes along and says, hey, you want to make a Star Wars movie? And then
they won't do that.
They won't do that.
This was basically his script for the Star Wars movie, so he has to make.
I don't think he necessarily would want to work with Disney, maybe Marvel, with Feige, because Disney likes a lot of. He wants creative control, and that's not going to fly at some places. Studios. Disney wants the final say, and he wants the final cut. Final say on his projects. Disney Star Wars movies are micromanaged. Maybe on Disney Plus, like a Star Wars show, but I don't think they're barking up his. I don't think they're barking up his tree. But Justin, doesn't this image get you excited?
I guess the straight side of me and the gay side of me is kind of intrigued because of the horns. I don't know, but
the horny.
What were you saying just a second ago about what was that? Fuck it, it looks great.
About them barking up Snyder's tree
That's a
for
lot of F words.
Okay.
I don't think they're.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, I was going to say because Zack Snyder, I love him, but he wants creative control, and Disney likes the final say.
Well, a lot of directors want creative control.
Yes. The micromanaging is what you said. That is so true because they have a formula, and formulas, as great as they are to create success, it's fucking boring. I'm sorry, but
do you know that Sucker Punch has a director's cut?
Look, CJH, look, man, I have to be honest, as great as the Marvel movies are, sometimes it's like copy and paste the same thing. I know this isn't a new argument, but it is so boring to see the same thing over and over and over again.
But
how
make billions of dollars. People must like that.
Settling.
YouTubers make the same thing over and over and over and over again.
Oh,
they're settling. How do I look like Royland? I don't know. He's fucking with me. But I'll take off the glasses, maybe. I don't know. Does that make it better? I don't know.
You look good
when I
either
put on
way,
the glasses, I'm smart, but then I don't know. Look, man.
Off.
I'll take it either way.
All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. But look, I am sick and tired of Marvel, and I'll tell you why. Because, as I said before, it's boring. It's formulaic. It makes billions of dollars, but what substance do we get from it? We get nothing. We get
I get
nothing.
lots of. I love it.
You get
I mean, the
content.
I love
fans
it.
No,
like
no, no,
it,
no, no.
but
Hold on, Max. Max, you get content. That is
No,
that
I
is
get both.
that-
As a fan, as a fan, I appreciate all the content, and
I
as a
think
content creator, it's something I love talking about.
But how do you ignore the fact that it all seems to be the same story over and over again?
It's not exact. There's variations. I like the more
like 4 or
risky
5.
stuff. I like the more risk there's stuff in there. There's some projects that say play it safe. There's some that do really interesting things.
Yeah, they throw it in every now
I
and then
think
to throw you a bone of this is different. And the Spider-Man films are very great. Especially when Ned says, "I'm looking at porn." You have no idea that it's actually going to happen. That's fucking great. They should really try to do something. I don't
think the
care.
general public have already checked out from Marvel movies.
Yeah, they suckered them into it, and it's just like, guys, come on. If you're gonna spend your money on something,
Bro, they tried that with Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, and people didn't like that. The general audience literally
I didn't
said
watch
was
it.
too. Well,
The
they said it was
general
too dark, and we
public
couldn't
just
watch
want
it.
a regular movie. They want to see regular movies. They might go see horror movies because for whatever reason, people
The
love
horror
horror
movies
movies.
are cheap to make. It's cheap to make. Whether you make a $12 million horror movie or make $50 million.
yeah, I mean, like, look, it all depends on what you like, and I guess for me, the superhero movies are just, I don't know.
I love
Whatever.
them. I can't get enough. I'm the opposite of you.
And I say the same thing about horror movies.
Fourth $1,002. Thank you for the support, Fourth. I appreciate it. Maybe it's time to watch movies our age level now. What does even that mean, bruh? I appreciate you, super chat.
Okay,
What
that's
our
not
age
fair.
level? Our age level? E is for everyone. I don't like just for. I hate the label just for kids. That's so dismissive of so much stuff. E could be for everyone.
Look,
What's your age level? I love fun
So
fantasy.
next time I watch The Boys,
Well, because
yeah,
we're in our 20s and our 30s, we should be watching more adult
40s.
content like aimed for us. Like, no, look, if we're gonna be here on YouTube and we're gonna review movies and we're gonna look at movies, we should treat it the same. We should do it Siskel and Ebert, like we treat kids films or kids like movies that are made for children. We should be able to look at them as seriously as we do with the adult films, not the pornographic kind, but the kind that are geared towards more adults. Some are more violent, some are more sexual, some are more drug related, whatever it is. We should all take it seriously on the same sort of playing field, and some work and some don't. It's as simple as that. There was a I watched in December, I watched like 25 either short films or Christmas specials or any Christmas movie, and I saw one kids film that was really well done, and I respected it for what it was able to do, even though I couldn't stand it because it was made for kids. I can at least understand what it was going for.
Made for everyone.
And then I
Was
saw
it Bernie the
like
movie?
Gummy Bear Christmas special, and I wanted to just, tear, my heart out and just be like, you know what? Here you go. Here you go. This sucks. This is stupid. I hate it. You're like, this is awful, atrocious.
They're making a Hot Wheels
But
movie.
you can't just treat children's films differently than you do regular films, because there is quality there. And when you treat that seriously, it ages better. You respect it more, with time. And honestly, like, kids films should be, not just for kids, but adults should be able to follow the story and not want to just shoot themselves in the face because they had to sit through it because their kid was obsessed with it. No, to hell with that. No, children's films should be taken more like just as seriously as adult films.
What the hell is this advertisement?
So Bernie the movie.
I'm sorry I ran it along.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But how to tighten the vagina?
Oh my God, Max, you got some
Wait,
weird.
what
ads.
are you
What did you
watching?
just say? How to tighten the vagina? Where did you get that from?
I'm trying to look at. I was looking at. Well, Justin was going on, and great take, Justin.
Wait.
I was gonna try to bring the Superman Lois
That usually
cast
means
Lex Luthor.
ads are like
Shut up,
targeted.
CJ. Don't even. No, this is not targeted to me. You know,
But who's looking it up?
behind vaginal laxity. What the hell? Anyway, Superman and Lois TV show. They've cast Lex Luthor.
He's from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And another couple of shows I forgot.
And I'm really.
Have you seen why he looks like bald? Because I was like, this is a weird cast, and then someone showed me where I saw what he looked like bald, and I was like, yeah, I'm sold.
I'm not clicking on it because then it'll send me more Senior Nerd. I don't know, Entertainment Weekly has that type of ads, I guess.
So I'll show you what he looks like bald.
Sure. Justin, you like Lex Luthor? No. Not after what you just said. Oh, Justin went silent. I'm sorry, Justin.
Alright, it's right here.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, it doesn't look weird.
I do know a lot has shared Justin's sentiment though about superhero stuff, but I love it. I can't wait. Like I actually
Justin is muted. That's fine.
I actually want to go back and watch Superman and Lois because I think it's going to get to some storylines that you're not going to get in the movies on this show. I think they did.
Matt, I'm sorry, Max. You asked me a question. Do I like Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
The only Lex Luthor I know is Gene Hackman, and it got worse over time.
Okay.
Not because of him.
Kevin Spacey was actually good Lex Luthor too, but I don't like Kevin Spacey.
He was
Michael
good.
Rosenbaum is still the best Lex Luthor.
I saw that too, but with Gene Hackman, it just like the script got worse and worse, and so did the character. And I don't know. I never took him seriously because he always loses, and you always expect him to lose, and there is no risk. There's no risk. That's the fundamental
that version
with,
of Lex.
I think that's the fundamental problem with superhero films is that the good guys are always going to win. That's why Endgame was really good for me. Like I really enjoyed that because I'm like, thank you. The bad guy actually wins. That's fantastic. But then Endgame comes around. It's just like, I love the film, but it's like, you know what's going to happen. Everyone's going to live. It's going to be happily ever after, blah, blah, blah. But then with some costs, and I'm like, okay, you did something. You know, like and this is why I don't really like superhero films, is that the superhero is always going to win. Bad guy's always going to lose. There are no risks. There are no stakes. And it's boring.
Infinity
And so
War,
when it breaks
half
that
the universe got snapped. That's not winning.
I know, and that's
But
why
then they
I like
undid
it.
it.
That's why I like No Way Home, because Aunt May bites the dust. And it's because it's not because of just that. Don't just selectively just hear that. What's that?
There's consequences to the hero's actions.
Yes.
Fair enough.
That's why No Way Home is one of the best Spider-Man movies ever.
Well, I want to say to anyone that's frustrated with DC movies, check out Superman and Lois because I think they're getting deep diving into some characters that you might not see for a while on the movie front. That's all I'm saying.
It depends if it go beyond season 3.
Can we also move past Lex Luthor, please?
No, not yet.
I don't
think we've had enough of Lex yet. Not in modern day. Not in modern
Too
day
much. Way
DC
too
stuff.
much.
We haven't had enough Flex
We
interacting with other
need
superheroes in
Brainiac.
live
We
action.
need Brainiac.
Yeah, well, we were going to
I
until
don't
James
think you
Gunn.
could. I don't think you could
That's
do
what they were
Brainiac.
planning.
You could still get Brainiac.
Well, Brainiac
Yeah,
was great
trust
on
us, bro.
Krypton.
Trust us, bro. Fourth $1,005. Movies meant for
Dark
children, reviewed by 30-year-olds to review while sitting in front of their childhood toy collections can't be healthy.
Is he
There's
referring to
nothing
me?
what?
I
He's
think he's
referring to
referring to
me.
me.
He's referring to a lot of us here.
Is he paying money to say that?
It's yes. Why are you CJH, bruh? Why are you questioning the people spending money on my show? I
Well, I'm
appreciate
not.
that.
I think
Yes.
you have every right to.
Yeah. No,
They're
no.
welcome to spend their money saying that stuff, but
Yes, that's a great comment. Criticize me more, Fourth 1,000 and $5
There's
increments is really
nothing-
appreciated.
I'll say this: there's nothing wrong with buying toys from your favorite brand. Of
I don't think
anything.
it's. But to answer your hot take, Fourth, saying it's not healthy, I think it's extremely healthy to just embrace what you love and not worry about what people think, and just enjoy things in life. And I think not enough people just enjoy what they want to enjoy without thinking about how other people are going to view it. Just enjoy things, and don't toy shame me. Just like no kink shame. Don't toy
I
shame me.
think
I got my
certain
toys and I
point,
love them.
though, at a certain point,
What the hell are
like,
you talking
move
about,
on.
CJH? You showed me
No,
your Blu-ray collections, your
you
comics, your
mo-
toys.
You move on
You
from
just started
material objects, and
You
you're
just
you
started
just want to live your
action
life.
figure stop motion on your channel, did you not?
I know,
Then why are you agreeing with him, bro?
because I'm still young.
I'm still young. No, you're not.
I'm 27.
You're almost 30. You're almost 30. You're in the same category. He says 30-year-olds.
Wait a minute.
Whoa,
wait
I'm
a minute,
three
wait a
ways.
minute.
I'm still young.
I'm 27.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're close to 30.
4,000
Round up.
said we need to go back to the age where nerds were hated again. It's gone too far. It's gone too far. The Big Bang Theory ruined it. Marvel, the MCU ruined it. Nerds are now cool. That cannot stand. Fourth 1,000 advocating for bullying nerds again. It makes them stronger. I love it.
No bullying. Screw you. If you got to bully nerds, you got to deal with the madman. You don't want to deal with this madman, do you?
And then
Are they really
all
nerds,
anybody
though?
needs to do is just push, and then
Unless you
you're
can
on your
build
fucking
your own
ass.
PC and
Look,
no
we've all-
code, are you really a
Yeah,
nerd?
please subscribe again, Game City's Savior.
You're
And while
more
you're
of a
here,
geek.
yeah, you're more
What
of a
I'm
geek.
trying to
What? It's the same
What
thing.
is the next topic?
Exactly.
Oh, nerd
Anthony's
means-
trying to. We didn't even get to the
Nerd
mail, but
means
Anthony's
you're,
getting
like,
frustrated.
smart.
No, I'm not mad.
Like,
Wow, what
really,
the hell?
really smart.
No. How about this, Fourth? Why don't you find a nerd and love again?
All right,
Why don't you
fine.
love a nerd any way you
Fine.
can?
Fourth 1,000, I will look in the mirror and start a fight with myself. I do that every day. So
No,
here you
I
go.
disavow any violence. This world needs more love. Why don't you love a nerd?
No.
Why
how
don't you?
about this?
Why don't you cosplay and have some fun? Fourth 1,000 in
Speaking
front of
of
your
which-
toys. Let the toys watch.
Max. I
Yes.
actually think we can come up with a compromise.
What?
How about one of these kind of fights? And you're just like sissies slapping each other, and it's just for entertainment. There we go. There's your win.
It looks
There's
like
your
the
fight.
alien is paying for you. It doesn't. It's like, yeah, CJH, here's your money. Let's go to my UFO.
I don't like this like disappearing CGH thing. It's distracting.
I say your homework is to.
But it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see that you're a real person.
Yeah.
I have a beard.
What do you think, Anthony? We need to love more, not hate, right? Don't start fights, start love.
Fourth 1,000, you didn't have to break character that easily.
No.
It's fine. Bring back.
You said no, you didn't say no to loving.
The toilets. The
You know,
swirlies.
loving, you can love
Yes.
anything.
Bring
No.
back the
talking
swirlies.
Screw you. You actually want to do that to someone that person that got that swirly is depressed. No, that's not funny. It's funny in movies, not in real
don't
life.
be depressed in
If you
Canada.
actually had a real swirly in real life at high school and had all your classmates laugh at you if someone stuck your head in the toilet.
That's
Yeah, it got
crazy.
real, Justin. Real. Not funny, bruh.
Did you actually get swirlies?
No.
Did you partake?
He got
That's
swole in high
disgusting.
school. He did.
That's
he did.
disgusting. If it's not in a movie,
Max, he
if
did.
anyone had a real swirly in real life, I would feel so bad for them. That's horrible.
Hey, yeah, those things really happened.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it sounds funny on a live stream, but
That never happened
people
to me.
get so depressed that they they don't stay on this earth, and stuff like that leads to it.
Well, nowadays, because
all the time. It never was just fun. That's your you got rose tinted goggles.
Talk about this.
It's not fun to be on the receiving end.
It's not. It shouldn't be fun to giving it either. Less bullying, not more. I'm anti-bully. I bully the bullies. Look at my intro.
Well, then that causes a problem within itself, because who do you identify as a bully? Just somebody you disagree with, or somebody you think?
I think I have it's a subjective, but I have a good track record.
Well, that's questionable. But
I'm questionable.
Daniel Martin said maybe it toughened that kid up, like Daniel LaRusso. Hey, you know what? Maybe so. Only the strongest survive. Who knows? It builds character. Maybe there's something. I don't know. Is Daniel Martin saying like there's like something like almost honorable about like getting your ass kicked and then overcoming adversity? Who knows?
Okay, Kevin Feige doesn't think audiences will ever get tired of comic book movies.
All right, wrong. Next
the
article.
general public have already moved
This
on.
is the last article before mailbags.
Oh, okay.
Fans will always.
I mean, he is right though. Like if the general
Elon
audience
Musk,
didn't-
Bill Gates, Stephen Hawking's all got swirlies.
Yes, indeed. Tell me otherwise. Well, Stephen Hawking, as a high schooler, he was in a wheelchair yet, so okay.
Well, speaking on that movie business podcast hosted by Jason E. Squire, Kevin Feige said that people began bringing up the question of comic book movie fatigue almost from the very beginning. You've been saying for 10 years there's going to be fatigue, is what he's saying.
No, not from
probably
10 years.
my
He said ever
second year
since
at
he
Marvel,
worked.
people were asking,
Yeah.
well, how long is this going to last? Is this fad of comic book movies going to end? Feige said. I didn't really understand the question, because to me, it was akin to saying, with Gone with the Wind. Well, how many more movies can be made off novels? Do you think the audience will sour on movies being adapted from books? Bam! This is great. You would never ask that, because there's an inherent understanding among people that a book could be anything. A novel can have any type of story whatsoever. So it depends on what you're translating. Non-comic book readers don't understand that it's the same thing in comics.
Wait, scroll up. Is that really what it said? Non-comic readers don't understand that it's the same thing in comics. Okay.
There's 80 years of the most interesting, emotional, groundbreaking stories that have been told in Marvel Comics. And it's our great privilege to be able to take what we have and adapt them, Feige said. Another way to do that is adapting them into different genres and what type of movies we want to make. Great response. Do you stop adapting novels in the movies? No. It's no different, and people have been saying the same shit to Feige since the jump.
Since he ever started working.
Feige. Drop the mic on Justin Proper. No,
why?
No, he's not.
Why? I didn't.
Because you said you have fatigue of superheroes. That's why.
No. I get bored, and this is where I give props to Marvel, is because they have done things that have taking risks. They have consequences. Infinity War and Endgame specifically, there are consequences. No Way Home also consequences. We need to see that more. We need the permanence. Like if Robert Downey Jr. ever comes back to the MCU, that's it for me. I'm done. Nope, not accepting it. I don't care. I really don't, because we need to feel that sense of loss. It is important to. And yes, it's going to be very hard to take up that mantle of like who's going to be the head of the MCU, who is the figurehead of the MCU after that. We still don't fucking know.
Well, he's coming back. So that's all I had to say.
What'd
you think
Yeah,
about
well
that?
then
There's a
they're
new
making a big
Steam
fucking
game
mistake.
that's $2,000.
Well, I mean, the universe is getting reset after Secret War, so I mean,
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, to be honest, I know what Secret War
Actually, that would make
kind of
sense because
is.
then you could bring in Galactus, because Galactus is from the previous universe.
it would just be a different version of a character from a different universe. It would be not the same MCU version.
Well, Anthony, what did you think of Feige's comments here? That was great. Great response.
I think
It
that
was
is
a
a good.
really good response. Yes.
It's a good response, and he's right. Like he even got it when he first started working on comic book movies since the X-Men. Like how long is it going to last, and how long is it going to be? There's a lot of stuff from the comics that you could adapt, and some that you can't. Like the Batman, it takes stuff from the comics and it did good. So I agree. Like it depends on what you're going to adapt from the comic book movies and what you're going to change on it a little bit. So
What do
I
you
agree
think?
where it's coming.
What do you think of this, CJ? What do you think of Feige's comment?
Now he's not there.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
But I have an article in the private chat.
Well, we're doing mailbag. We're doing mailbag.
$2,000.
You can't
Steam
do.
game.
Oh wow. All right. Well, you can't bring up articles, and I have to go through the mailbag. We'll see. We'll see how close we get to 3 hours. Hold on, because at the 3-hour mark, I was going to try to call it quits on tonight's stream. We do have mailbag questions.
Real quick, I will say that figure drawing is correct because I don't know anything about the comics. You are correct about that. I will be very forthright about it. I don't care, and I don't know anything about it. I care about the movies. Do the movies work? That's the key. Do the movies work? That's all. I don't think that's very controversial. That's it.
That's
fine.
fine.
As long as they adapt the source material, they can make good movies.
Yes, and you can make them better. You can. All right, I'm just gonna make it very quick, but you have to make these movies like something that isn't just like just going to do this from the comics. We're going to do this from the comics. We're going to do 80 years. We have 80 years worth of material. We're just going to do exactly what Stan Lee did. And
but don't you hate it when they don't adapt the source material?
No, bro.
Who cares?
Like a
do
novel.
your thing. Do what makes sense naturally to the movie universe that you have established. And take inspiration from the other stories. But if it flows in a natural, different direction that's even more compelling, go with that. Don't force yourself into these Avengers movies where we have to all come to this place. No, make it natural. Make it fun. Make it interesting. Make it something that the audience can predict, even the comic book nerds. Which, I get sick and tired of people saying like, oh my God, but in the comics, it was like this. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
Damn.
You know YouTube counts the F words in the stream now to demonetize you.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, come on, bro. I'm telling you, I'm actually going to make it a real swear jar. You could have put $1 super chat in for every F.
Yeah, I'm not adhering to that. But
you declined my swear jar. You never heard of a swear jar?
I have.
But
So the mailbag.
What if we don't? What if we donate it to charity? The swear jar. It doesn't have to go to me.
A swear jar of my choosing.
A percentage.
No.
Max
If I'm
is
gonna
just
swear,
trying to avoid these questions.
if I'm gonna swear,
but if I make no money, it all goes to charity. I need this as a part-time job too.
all
Bro.
of my swears, 100% has to.
Well,
go.
then you'll do it as a challenge though, and you're like, this whole stream's going to charity. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let's
maybe.
get to the mail. We'll get to the
maybe,
mailbag.
or I could just not donate anything. I don't know.
Ow.
It's not a
Read the
bad
first
idea,
question
but-
last.
But in terms of freedom of expression, it could be problematic. But anyways,
Okay. All right.
you know, like
you get two freebies a stream, two freebie Fs a stream. I think you passed that limit though. I think you're up to like 20.
Oh, fuck.
You just said it again.
All right. What does the mailbag?
The mailbag.
Say
CJH Entertainment. Thank you, CJH. I appreciate your comments, bro. Are you there?
All right. Next comment.
Yes.
Okay.
Anthony Cheeseman tried though.
Okay. Swear to me. Does CJH Entertainment, does the study of philosophy ever lead to answers or simply more questions? I think questions lead to answers, not every question. And I think that's important. Yeah, philosophy is important. That's my opinion. I don't think it only leads to more questions. Your CJH mailbag leads to more questions, but actual philosophy, I think you actually get some answers. Is that fair? That's a fair response.
Whoa.
Anyone else? What do you think, Justin? Tackle CJ's question.
Well, he's saying something now, so go ahead, CJH.
No, I was just saying that's crazy.
Anthony, what do you think? Philosophy lead to answers or just more questions? Or is that just CJH lead to more questions?
I think CJH lead to more questions.
All right. Thank
Well,
you, CJ.
Sometimes it depends on what the question is.
Yeah. I think actual philosophy does lead to some answers. Yeah.
There is no there's no consensus 100% on any answer.
Mm-hmm.
So you're never going to get that. But what you will get is a general consensus of what different people think. And therefore, you can draw your own conclusion based on those answers and the reasoning behind it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Awesome. All right. So, Anthony Cheeseman next. Thank you, Anthony Cheeseman. I appreciate you supporting the channel this way as being a member. Who's one director or actor that their name alone gets you excited for a project? James Cameron. Zack Snyder usually gets me pretty excited, but not like over the moon. That might actually surprise some people. If Zack Snyder is doing a comic book thing, that gets me over the moon.
It would be nice if George Lucas actually made more movies other than
I'll say, how you call it? What's his name? James Cameron. What's his other name? Steven Spielberg. What else?
Steven Spielberg used to excite me.
What's his name?
Ridley Scott.
Wait. What changed about Steven Spielberg?
It's just his stuff is it's still good, but it's just not as magical as it once was to me.
Can you explain that further? Like the
like
Fableman.
What about the Fables, man?
Some of his more like adult like storylines, where it's not like just like nerd culture, like pop culture stuff. His pop culture stuff isn't as cool as it used to be. Like Jaws, Jurassic Park,
Back to the Future when he
so
produced it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not bad. Like Ready Player One, if that was made in the 80s or something, that would have been amazing. It's just he still does good stuff. He's still very relevant. Christopher Nolan, I think, is overrated. I like Christopher Nolan, but people go like batshit over him, and only half of his movies are good.
God, when Interstellar was announced, like in class, in film school, they released they just displayed the professor displayed a date. Who knows what this is? And then this fucking Christopher Nolan fanboy was like, "Oh my god, Christopher Nolan! Oh my god!" I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Well, he's good.
Up.
He's good, but I think Christopher. Can I be honest here? I think Christopher Nolan is the director that people think is amazing and think his stuff is on the next level, but
his sound audio is really bad, so he must be going deaf or something.
Well, his cinematography and stuff is really good, but I don't think all his stuff makes sense. I think it's like,
you assume that he's behind the camera the entire time.
Yeah.
Like no cinematographer gets love or anything. Like,
but
what actor gets me excited?
Is really bad.
Hugh Jackman, Carl Urban gets me excited about most projects he's in.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I like Leo. He's not my favorite. Like, I think he's amazing, but yeah, but not me.
But at least you know it's something that's gonna be good. It's only those few individuals who are so high profile that they can select the scripts that they want and are still like they're still young-ish.
Yeah, Adam Driver. Yeah. Denis Villeneuve, I think, is legit. I don't love everything he does, but I think he really puts all his effort in. Yes.
You know who I think
Speaking
is
of Christopher Nolan, did you ever see this comedy skit?
CJH, I gotta do some ground rules here. When I'm covering someone else's comment on the mailbag, you can't switch topics. Okay, I'm not bringing up. I'm trying to get through the mail.
I will say though, I think what actually gets me excited, to a certain extent, is Jordan Peele with horror movies.
Yeah,
but
used to for me. Used to. Now I'm kind of like, it seems very samey. Like he just like Shamalonga Ding Dong. I used to like, but then he kind of has like the same vibe on everything. That got
So basically, the consensus is everyone becomes shit after a while.
Well, if they only stay in one zone and to keep delivering the same type of joke, just like, or not joke, but just say not. It's like
the same old
same
song and dance,
same old song and dance, just like Taika Waititi. I like Taika Waititi, but then when he gets to do a second project, it seems really stale because he says the same jokes over and over again. Like Ragnarok was really fun.
Nope. Disagree.
Well, I mean, you could disagree. Yeah, I understand.
I disagree. But
then you get see Thor: Love and Thunder. He basically did part 2 of the same joke for a lot of the gag.
I'm so glad people hate it because I was on that train like 5 years ago. Thank you for coming aboard. Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Kevin Smith.
Let's go.
I like Kevin Smith when I think Kevin Smith does even sometimes better writing. Like I really liked Masters of the Universe, the new one. Like I get excited about that.
Did he write the Green Hornet movie or no?
I don't know. I thought it was decent with Seth Rogen. It was fun.
The Green Hornet.
Yeah.
I know he made a comic for that.
Fell into the same trap, in my opinion. I saw it in the theater. I was like, this is
wow, it's almost 2, guys. We got to get through this. I didn't realize it was almost 2 on a work night. Okay. Yeah. Are you currently dreaming, and how do you know? No, I'm not, because real life is too hard and sucks to be a dream, unless it's a nightmare every freaking day.
Well, it depends.
I have my job. It's hard. I had a shitty, and now I'm swearing. Do I have to put in the swear jar too? Maybe. I had a shitty day. Listen. there are actual ists out there. I had a customer that was saying some really messed up stuff. It was very early in the morning. Holy man. Very upsetting. So yes, that's how I know I'm not dreaming. It's not a dream. Maybe it's a horror movie. That's because because I feel restful when I go to sleep. I do not feel restful in the daytime. It's not a dream, CJH. Except movie talk. Movie talk's fun.
Could be a dream.
This is a dream. Okay, CJH Entertainment. If I don't know, does anyone else want to answer that? Justin, are you currently dreaming, or how do you know you're not dreaming?
How do we know it's real? How do we know it's fake?
Mm-hmm.
It's all perspective.
Mm-hmm. Shake. I like Nolan, but people like to be pretentious. Like, what about Christopher Nolan? In my opinion, like,
yeah,
come
the
on.
fanboy that was behind me in class, like, my God, I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's gotten over his Christopher Nolan fucking stiff hard boner and just decided to put his dick into something that's probably more worthwhile. That's all.
And hope he's still alive.
He's alive. He's definitely alive, as far as I'm aware. But it was just annoying, like how he was like Christopher Nolan. That's exactly how he sounded. Christopher Nolan. Oh my God!
Thank you. Thank you, Dean.
It's so weird. It was so weird.
Thank you, Daniel Martin, for the $2 and the support. I appreciate that. Max swearing, it must have been a rough one. Oh yeah, today was really bad at work. Really bad.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I deal with my job. I deal with difficult customers. Oh my God.
Oh,
not to get into specifics, but
there is a
he
YouTuber.
was saying some really bad stuff to the point where I can disconnect the call if it gets to that point. But I just said, really, sir, is that appropriate? That type of thing, and please stop the insults. But yeah, I if it gets to that point that it was, I can, but I'm just, it wasn't gonna get any better.
You know what, Max? I think what would be appropriate, if I may have your permission for this, there is a YouTuber named Sid Dwyer who says at the end of his video, all of his videos, he says, let's take a moment of silence for everyone who has to deal with Karens. Can we do that?
Oh, yes. Yes. And for the name Karen, too, a moment of silence for the name Karen. I don't think anyone's going to name their child Karen anymore. 30 seconds. At 30 seconds is too long. But yes, 5
seconds is good.
I was like, no, I can't do that. Yes, for
you
Karen.
said 30 seconds. I was like, are you sure? Are we
no,
gonna do
I wasn't sure. I realized I wasn't sure. All right. CJH Entertainment. If you stab a Lucky Charms box, are you a serial killer? Well, did you kill the Lucky Charms box, or did you just stab it once? I don't know. Yes, you are. And now I want Lucky Charms. I like Lucky Charms back. It's not good for you.
That's a good old joke.
Yeah. Anthony Cheeseman, you team cereal or team oatmeal? I like both. I really do. Actually, have you ever had some really good grits? Grits are underrated. And I did not have grits till I was a grown man. Listen, I married a country woman. And her and her mom are great cooks. And I never had grits till I was, we visited my mother-in-law and my father-in-law when he was alive. And you put grits, you make grits good. You put some butter in the middle of the grits, and you put a cooked egg and some bacon in there. Oh, my dear Lord. It is so good. Have you ever had grits, Justin?
Yes, I have.
Do you like grits?
when it's cooked right. Yeah, sure.
But did you ever try it like that? Put like butter and put some other, breakfast things in it.
Yeah,
Not too much egg.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I dated a sister, so let's put it that way.
Ooh. Tell us more.
No.
What did you have with those grits?
A good experience. Let's move on.
Anthony, CJ, do you have grits in Canada?
I don't even know what that is.
All right, good. Well, so I would take team or GRITS.
I will say
They
the grassy
might.
knoll is correct.
But I don't think it's
shrimp and
called
grits is
grits.
amazing.
I never had shrimp and grits.
Oh, that's an interesting combination that actually works quite well.
Okay.
Especially with extra cheese. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it has to be good grits. I'm from Mississippi. Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed is
grits
$5
by
right now.
What's that?
Sonic Unleashed is $5 on Xbox.
Thanks, CJH.
Guys,
Anthony.
go to Xbox Live and get your discount while you can.
No, Sonic Unleashed is a good game.
You said what, Max?
Do you like grits?
It depends, not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Lego Star Wars, the complete saga is $4.
All right. Well, it's on Game Pass though.
No, that's the remake.
Oh, the original. Okay. I'm trying not to spend money, CJ. Don't tell me about all this stuff. So if you could choose one though, cereal,
Mad
oatmeal,
Max
or
is
good grits.
$7 right now.
Yeah. What would you choose? Cereal, oatmeal, or really good grits, Justin?
Cereal? What?
Are you team cereal, oatmeal, or grits? I'm adding grits to that cheese.
I would say grits because
I'm team
oatmeal is boring. Cereal is,
not really good
bunch
for
of
you.
sugar, and the only great parts are the marshmallows, and that's not healthy. So grits.
Mm-hmm. CJH, what are you? Cereal, oatmeal, or grits?
Also, oatmeal and cereal are for like 5-year-olds, especially cereal. But
I still eat oatmeal and cereal.
That's fine if you eat it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like Raisin Bran Crunch.
I like that too, although I only picked out the raisins.
Oh, I love raisins. Anthony, what do you oatmeal, cereal, or grits?
Cereal. I eat cereal every time I wake up in the morning. So.
Oh, cream of wheat's really good too. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Thank you for the question, Anthony Cheeseman. CGH Entertainment. Does observation alter an event? It can. It could potentially, but not necessarily.
Observation, like you just watching something, alter it?
Depends on what the situation is.
Are you a time traveler?
He doesn't say.
CGH.
Wait, were you asking me?
Yes.
I thought I was the one asking the questions.
Does observation alter an event? What type of observation? Are you a time traveler? Are you is the fact that if there's an event that's happening, whatever event it is, if the person is making eye contact with you and you're observing it, does that change it? What are the parameters? All right, never mind. Next question.
Not
Fuck
sure. But if a tree falls and no one's around,
you know what?
there's no one here.
All right. If you're not going to take it seriously, okay.
Okay. CGH Entertainment. Why must you allow CGH be one of the only people that ask questions? Have people given up on the mailbag? Yeah. Come on, everyone. Help me out here. Please participate in the mailbag. I appreciate the support for those that still do. I really do. Anthony Cheeseman. Who's one person you'd like to have dinner with, and why is the answer Hunter S. Thompson?
Who the fuck is that?
I would like to eat dinner with.
He's a dead guy. What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Hunter S. Thompson.
I don't know.
Dinner with
For almost 20 years. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I
Wow,
guess.
so many F's, Justin. So many Fs.
Who?
I don't know if it'd be George Lucas. James Cameron would be fun. He's not. James Cameron just F'd off his own
I'll say
audience
James.
waiting for an arc.
I'll say James Cameron.
Do you think he's a sloppy eater though?
Oh my gosh, no, bro. Let's say James Cameron, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg. What else? Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck, George Miller, the Russo brothers,
James Gunn.
James Gunn. I would.
I
too,
want to meet with. I want to have dinner with James Gunn,
Um,
so I can find out about the slate.
And maybe if you talk about actors, I would like maybe Anna Taylor-Joy, Scarlett, Pugh, Foreign Pugh. What else? Ben Affleck could be Matt Damon.
Wow.
Jackie
Anthony's-
Chan.
Anthony has
Like,
a whole. What the hell?
Yeah, I like that.
He wants to eat
Michael
with everyone.
Myers, Chucky.
Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. A couple of people.
Ooh, Rosario
Freddie.
Dawson.
Rosario
Jason.
Dawson, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Gadot.
All right. No, not Kim Kardashian.
No, if it was probably her sister, maybe.
Which
No,
one?
no. What's her name? Fuck. She's
Chloe
she
or
she broke up with a rapper. Kylie.
Kylie Jenner?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a game called Gas Station Simulator.
They make a lot of simulator games.
That's fantastic.
Wow, so off topic.
But it has fucking nothing to do with your whatever.
Who would you want to eat? Who would you want to eat for dinner, Justin?
Who would I want to
Wait,
eat dinner?
for dinner?
I mean, with the, who would you want to eat?
Will Smith. Also Will Smith.
I mean, who would you want to have?
Who would I want to eat for dinner? Oh, let's start with ooh. Oh man.
I just mixed it up to make you laugh. I did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know you did. Who
Oh,
would I
Will
want to eat
Smith
for
and
dinner?
Actually,
Like, I'm
is
fucking
that a more
happy
interesting
there.
question? No offense, Anthony, but is that a more interesting question? Who would you want to eat with, and who would you want to eat for dinner? Never mind. I'm joking. Don't answer that.
No, but I mean, look. You know what? I wish I was a little bit older and was able to work on the set of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and be fortunate enough to sit down at dinner with George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, Harrison Ford, Kathleen Kennedy, and Frank Marshall. Even though I probably wouldn't be invited, but it would be an
Or
honor.
young Catherine Kennedy.
I mean, like younger, but yeah. I want to get into the minds of all these people, and I want to see how they interact with each other.
Okay.
You know, it's a very tight-knit group of people who made a lot of great films, and they all have different histories with each other. They both love each other, and they're all family. And I would love to see where the creative juices flow, but also like how they I would love to just have a beer with Steven Spielberg and just let loose about anything and everything. It's just one of those things where it would be like, how cool would it be? The only chance that we would get probably with all of those people is the Crystal Skull. You can't get
Staying
that with
with-
D5 because Spielberg is like not even there, and George Lucas, forget about him.
Oh wait, never mind. If he was still
So-
alive, Robin Williams.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I hate to move us along, but it's almost 2:00, and I have to get to bed soon. So let me.
I will agree with Robin Williams a lot.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
CGH Entertainment. If you could press a button, receive $1 million, but one stranger would die, would you press that button? Oh, you asshole.
Yes.
How
Yes.
would the stranger die?
He jump off.
Jump off what?
If I knew for sure, I couldn't do it.
I'm playing. I don't know about jump. Yes, I would, but it depends on how he
$1
dies.
million, so
No, I wouldn't press the button. I don't
How
want.
about make it 50 million?
You could save lives with that amount of money.
How about 300 million? That's not a lot of money.
You could save. See, I don't want to answer this question. If you could save lives with that money, would it justify the one? But what if the one person that dies the most important person? You know, you don't know who's going to die. You don't know who's going to die.
Yeah, what is a stranger? Is it a stranger to you, or is it a stranger to the rest of the world? Is it somebody who is
Somebody
has
you don't
so
even
much
know who they are?
potential? Maybe somebody has pressed that button, and someone in your life who had so much potential just died unexpectedly.
I mean, there's
What if
nothing.
that-
There's no. If you knew what you do causes a death, there's nothing different from that than actually shooting someone or
No.
Yes, there's no difference.
No. There is
there's no difference. If you know pressing a button is actually going to take someone off this earth, there's no difference than actually using a bullet or anything else.
Okay, now I understand. Okay.
So, yeah. So I don't think I could do that. Anthony Cheeseman, who you got going to the Super Bowl? I don't know. I
Fucking Bengals, who day?
Yeah, Bengals. I don't know.
Whatever
I'm not really in the
We're
football
gonna win
anymore.
it. I think it. After last year,
I'm
fuck yeah.
I like. God damn. So many F's. Justin, I love you. F. Okay. Or hot dogs, tacos. If you want to think of it like that, I guess they are tacos, but I don't.
I mean, you know what? I saw
They're not a sandwich. They're not a sandwich.
The other day, my friend sent me a picture of him eating, putting a hot dog inside of a taco. I was like, what the fuck? So I guess you could do that if you wanted to. You could put a hot dog inside of a taco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
CJH also asks, are highly intelligent people less happy than individuals with average intelligence? It's not blanket statement, but I think potentially yes, they might be less happy.
Because there
ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, there's so many thoughts going through your head.
Yeah, just you
Yeah.
know, you have a short life. Just live it. Don't overthink it. People overthink everything. You know.
Yeah, sometimes the simplest answers are the ones that people either need to hear or they need to just sit back, relax, and just enjoy life every now and then. You know, it's either they need to hear it or they want to hear it. I don't fucking know. Who gives a shit? We're only here for, there's that one song, we only got 100 years to live. That's like maximum if you're lucky. So fuck it. Who cares?
The more you know, the less you understand. Okay, last question. Why are jokes funny?
Jesus Christ, that is the most difficult question.
Because they're funny.
I don't know how to answer that one.
What jokes?
Not all jokes are funny.
It depends on the joke, what you're saying, if it's funny, if it's not. So some jokes are funny, some is not.
I don't. You stumped me, CJ. I don't know.
I don't know. How good is this one? All right, guys. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Wait, was that the joke?
Yes, that was the joke.
That was funny. That was funny.
That we should have ended it right there, but I forgot I wasn't fast enough with the end broadcast. So thank you for watching. Yeah, and Bob Ross painting Bob Ross. That's also funny. Bye. Yes. Good night.